You know, I'm really, really tired of buttons not working where they should be working. But I think I've got them all working now in places they should be working. Y'all weren't supposed to hear what we were talking about because it was about Fire Emblem, and I didn't want to spoil it. Luckily, my mic wasn't working. It was Kev's, so you just heard him reacting to
I was
all the
just
spoilerific talk of Fire Emblem Engage.
yeah, and then it's me like, mad at like Max Payne 3 again because fuck that game.
But welcome once again, everybody, boys and girls, children of all ages, to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for March 23rd, 2023. Of course, this show is brought to you by Major's House. Designed for creators, works for everyone. Of course, I am one of your hosts, Marcus Major Linux. I'm joined this week and every week by Kevin Kev. It's your boy Kev in the building.
In the building. What's good, everybody?
And of course, we're joined this week by just flashing them the beautiful brown eyes, just out
Twinkle,
here doing
twinkle.
it. Yeah,
Twinkle,
twinkle, twinkle. Sinziak in the building.
Greetings and salutations.
How's everybody doing this week?
Not bad.
Cool.
So far, so good, I think.
Good. Yeah, it looks like I'm just gonna say it. I don't know. Like, it's been 3 weeks and it seems like we've had light weeks, but boy, it could be very, very dense conversations. Let's see some employee news. Some people's YouTube channels are getting hacked. And some unreal things are happening in the game space. But let's get, what? I'm just going to say I did not cause the YouTube hack thing. I think you did. Ruin, I believe you did it.
Ron, I think you had something to do with that.
I swear I don't want them to die. But before we get on to that, let's get into the beginning of the news. Featuring this blank screen for some reason. What? There must have been a real big update that happened because everything just reset. There we go.
Technical difficulties, everybody.
Yeah, it's been an ordeal. Starting with Amazon's latest layoffs, cutting 9,000 more jobs in divisions, including Twitch and AWS. Amazon's latest round of layoffs adds to the 18,000 job cuts that have already been announced. Divisions impacted in this latest round include HR, Amazon Web Services, advertising, and Twitch. This also comes just days after Twitch CEO Emmett Shear resigned from his position, although it's unclear whether that was related to the job cuts, as Shear will still remain at the company in an advisory role. Just over 400 people were affected by the cuts, according to a blog post from CEO Dan Clancy. As Twitch continues to evolve, recent changes to the way it splits the revenue with streamers have left some feeling frustrated, while some other platforms have streamers have swapped to game streaming rivals like YouTube.
And that's not to mention the amount of people who are wondering whether or not people were finding out things via social media or whether they had been told in advance.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't think I grabbed that article, but I do remember seeing, some people were finding out through Twitter that they had lost their job.
Which is wild to me.
Even though the company said that they had informed everybody who was going to be affected beforehand.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, sometimes people check their social media quicker than they check their email. And so when they see that happen, they're like, maybe half a second before the email comes up.
Yeah, I feel like that should happen, you know, a day or so before.
That part. That part.
Not like me where it happened at 5 p.m. and you just happen to take a nap and you find out when you wake up 2 hours later and see Twitter.
Be like, how do you?
Not that that's what happened to me, but
I'm gonna say, how you get fired on your nap?
wait, medical staff? What medical staff does Amazon have?
Medical staff. Now that's scary. Amazon and medical staff does not make a good combination.
I know, like I want to say like a week or so ago, they were talking about like some subscription service for meds. Oh, they bought One Medical. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Also, remember when Amazon used to sell books?
They still do.
Yeah. But when they just sold books, that's the wild part.
There have been some stories of, I think it was either I think it's Barnes and Noble who's going. A lot of people saying they're going back to their roots, and are selling like, or trying to like really pump up like indie books and stuff like that. Like trying to be like that niche bookstore. But you a national chain, dog. Like that's not. I don't know. What? Okay, that sounds scary. Yeah. Nurse is now an Amazon employee. Amazon has your entertainment, food, medical shit all in one place. All your commerce.
Ooh, that made me cringe on that one.
Here we go. Right out the gate.
Capitalism.
Let me know if that played or not. I don't know if it did. Remember, all my audio got reset. Yeah, this kind of sucks.
Capitalism.
Yep. Is Amazon going to offer medical insurance for their own clinics and not cover you half the time? Welcome to America. In further workplace related news, Apple is further cracking down on remote work by tracking employee attendance via badges. What's going on, Diogen? How you doing? You know, when I used to work in places that had badges, I was hoping that they weren't, you know, able to verify. I mean, granted, they can. I knew they could. But it's like, all right, are they tracking every time I open a door by a badge? Are they giving this information to my manager to see when I'm opening and closing doors? Like, just overall, not if they suspected me of a crime or of anything where they needed to know that data. But then to see this is like, no. Just no. No. In a post on Twitter, Schiffer explained that Apple is giving employees escalating warnings if they don't meet the in-person work requirements. Within some organizations at Apple, employees are being told that the failure to comply could result in termination, though Schiffer clarified that this doesn't appear to be a company-wide policy.
So I've seen like models like these. My job has a model like these for people who are considered hybrid workers, where they're just like, hey, as a team or a department, you are able to determine how many days works for y'all. So if y'all decide that it's a 1 day a week thing, then cool. If another department for whatever reason decides it's a 3 day a week thing, then that's like their department deciding to do whatever their thing is. That part doesn't bother me as much as in an effort to cut expenses. In an effort to cut expenses, you've decided to rent a whole building to keep people in for 8 hours a day. I would like that to make sense, please.
A literal, and in this case, a literal spaceship.
I don't know if they rigged it. They built that.
Mm-hmm.
That's their building. They own it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's like one of those things of like, y'all could have used that. Like, one, you had 2 years to do literally anything else with that building. And what you decided to do was to hand people key cards and then track how many times they walk through a door.
Yeah, that's the issue I've got. Like, hybrid things is whatever. Like, I don't mind the hybrid so much. It's just the fact that, hey, you know when I have walked in a building and when I have walked out, and you are now using that against me. Yeah, no. No.
I'm not here for it. I'm also not here for you're doing this and also demanding that people be in your building more often, while also like removing entirely the mandate for any level of COVID-19 testing, you know, in the middle of like a very common flu and pollen season. So like, here's where we're going. So we got all of that going on. The math isn't mathing for me. I need you to make that make sense.
Not math, but
yeah, I'm just. No.
Then again, like this has me feeling some kind of way, because it wasn't even last night that I watched someone watch something that probably would make Major's heart sing with joy on Instagram, because this person was talking about how basically, like on a logical level, capitalism is just, why are we here? How is this useful? Who thought this was a good idea? I'll go ahead and DM it to you, just so that you can enjoy it. By the way, when you receive it, Major, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Kevin, would you also like a copy?
I would.
I'm feeling quite generous today.
If it's not too much trouble.
I wonder what it would look like if I got like a shirt or a jacket that just had like the hammer and sickle on the back of it, and just walked around with it.
All you just need is the black fist. That's all you need. I get your point across.
It gets one point, but not the one that I'm trying to get across.
I mean, if you're honestly about that life, just get a thing that says free meal program.
Well,
because I mean, here's the thing: as far as this country goes, we did that, and they turned the entire government on it. So,
Oh, they were like,
if we want to be real about it, though,
free meals, blasphemy.
I mean, if we want to get into it, if that's what we want to do.
Free meals for all. Gets the point across every time.
And hold on, just so that everybody is aware about what I mean when I say the t-shirt that says free meals program, give me a second.
Hold on, there's a quote.
It's a t-shirt design and whatnot. I'm just gonna put this link in chat, and if you know, then you know.
Can you bring up a quote of why Apple wants people in the office? Let's see here. I'm trying to.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna need that. Yeah, I'm gonna need that in the 2X. Yep. Please and thank you.
I'm just saying, if that's something that you, this
is a tweet that I accidentally found, but So also from Zoe Schiffer, Apple is tracking employee attendance via badge records and will give employees escalating warnings if they don't come in 3 times per week. Also, Elon Musk sent Twitter employees an email at 2:30 a.m.
Let's talk about this for a second.
The office is not optional, and noting San Francisco was half empty yesterday.
Like, if I'm telling you right now,
quite honestly, I'm waiting for that whole thing to be mutiny.
Yeah, if I find myself getting an email from Elon Musk at 2:30 in the morning, the corresponding CC to that particular one would be kiss my ass, and that's on God and who? His son Jesus Christ. Now you will not find me.
Do we want to talk about how he used this as a method to fire people in the middle of last year by sending them notices about things that they had to do or policies that he considered mandatory at hours that no one would reasonably be awake, but then firing them for insubordination or lack of compliance at like 8 a.m. the following day?
Right. When people are literally just trying to get that little last piece of breakfast and watch 15 minutes of an episode of a Bluey episode just to be able to draw the strength to be able to walk into literally a shop of horrors, and then it's like you got to deal with a small South African man's petty squabbles with everybody, not realizing that he is pretty much a waste of space and nobody will love him because even billionaires don't have drip. Can I get an amen for that? Because 3 of the richest men in America are divorced. Let me tell you that.
I'm gonna mind my business, because if I say something, I know that my help is gonna show up, and then I'm gonna have to give y'all the whole sermon. We're not gonna do it. However, I want to point out here that, like, because y'all mentioned our friend Elon.
Yep.
Friend is doing a lot of heavy lifting. That the
re-release
of Twitter.
You can't buy Riz, Ruin. You can't buy Riz.
That the re-release of Twitter Blue is in a little bit over a week.
Yep.
Because in case you forgot, if you bought it, you're gonna have to rebuy it.
Yep.
In a week.
Yep.
Oh wait, y'all talking about Twitter? Y'all talking about Twitter? Oh my bad. Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
Talk about Twitter Blue because you mentioned Elon for a second, and I'm just like in today in additional nonsense.
Oh.
Yeah, I just mentioned that Elon ain't got no Riz and I just mentioned that Elon ain't got no Riz and zero amount of drip. So.
But anyway, what else we got going on here?
Yeah, I'm trying. I can't find, like, a Ruin to ask, like, what was reasoning for Apple employees coming back in for even just hybrid. I can't find it, but I mean, it's probably the same thing as like every company is like, hey, we can't really do our best work when everybody's working from home.
Are we? Oh, is that what we're looking for?
That's what Ruin was asking me about, and I can't find it. But
okay,
but yeah, I mean, it's probably like this. Oh, what Apple's official statement is. Like, I have a feeling it's around this 3 days a week, but yeah, I guess I'm not clicking the link needed to find it.
Oh, so
yeah,
you're looking
we
for
know what Apple's official response was, or like what Apple says is the reason people need to come in. It feels like this link that I click here is not the one. I don't know why they linked to this tweet that has nothing to do with this sentence, but
do y'all remember when, here, I don't know how helpful this is, but I'm gonna drop this in here. because this was back in August of 2022 when they tried to slide in with the y'all have to be at work mandatory for 3 days.
Where did you drop it?
Discord.
Oh. I figured if it was an article you share publicly, that one wouldn't have to hide things.
Oh, I mean, I can go ahead and do that. That's fine.
I got it. Let's see here.
We also got this little article here from Bloomberg. If y'all want to see that,
I don't think I can open.
Also,
oh wait, I know how to open the Bloomberg article, but yeah.
Sometimes that Bloomberg don't open right.
Huh?
Sometimes that Bloomberg don't open right.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
want you to pay.
It's like where the money reside. Where the money reside. Where the money reside.
Yeah, Apple declined to speak
because their office timeline was delayed indefinitely as of June 2020, delayed again indefinitely as of a year later.
Oh no.
Let me see.
Okay, incognito didn't work either, so yeah, I forget how to open up.
They gave you
these incognito ones. Oh, subscriber only anyway. Are you subscribed to Bloomberg?
No, I am not.
Oh.
Here, Major. See, the thing is, I want to slide you these articles, but then I'm just like, well, here, do we want to deal with this nonsense? Basically, I'm looking at sourced by Chris Holt, contributing reporter at yahoo.money.com. But
no, Apple definitely wasn't remote friendly because that's how you get leaks.
Yep.
I got you, Major. Guess what I found? I found it, but I found something but on the Verge.
Excuse me, thank you.
There you go. And this one was written in March of last year. So you can see all of that stuff from when they were, like how long this timeline is. Have they been like, this has been indefinitely delayed, this has been indefinitely delayed. But like, then they have Tim Apple's whole email written in this article on The Verge.
Yeah, so here we go here. This is, I believe, from Tim Cook. Quote,
Tim Apple.
For many of you, I know that returning to the office represents a long-awaited milestone and a positive sign that we can engage more fully with the colleagues who play such an important role in our lives. For others, it may also be an unsettling change, and I want you to know that we are deeply committed to giving you the support and flexibility that you need in this next phase. End quote. He added that the hybrid plan includes an option to work remotely for up to 4 weeks a year. Fuck this noise, man. We live in a world of technology. How is it that you create and sell products to enable people to work any and everywhere?
Except for
we can't do that
in your own office.
Like,
come to Cupertino.
Understand, this man is responsible for
and this man's logistics.
Works at a company that creates items that let you answer your phone, read text messages and emails from your watch, but cannot figure out how to deal with this.
This man, before he took over, I'm gonna wait till Major gets his ears back on. Okay. Before this man, I was listening to a podcast, right, about Tim Cook, right? I'm sorry, Tim Apple. I forgot myself. So I listened to a podcast about Tim Apple. The man was in logistics, right? He was the logistics guy. So he knew how to do chains, production, targets, that kind of stuff. So when he took over for Steve, when Steve, passed away, with cancer, terminal cancer. He took over. He was the guy. He was the logistics guy. So if anybody who could be the guy to work with, to would be on board with the whole remote thing, would be the logistics guy.
Unless
the guy that has
logistics only worked for the office.
The office, that part. But again, I could understand if it was Steve who was like, guys, we want everybody in the office. If it was Steve, nobody would ever have left. Matter of fact, he'd wanted people to live at the office if necessary. But if it's like, and like Johnny's like, well, I never want to leave. Let me create. I'm an artist. Squares. Love it. He's the artistic guy.
No,
but I'm like,
Johnny would have lived in a hermetic, in a hermetic
Johnny would have never left the studio.
Yeah, he would have never caught COVID because
he would have lived.
Been there.
He would have lived. He would have basically lived like a bat, and he could.
Johnny lives in that little machine that Darth Vader is in Return of the Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back, and he like opens up, and you can see the helmet.
That's where Johnny lives.
That's where Johnny lives. He lives in that. You have failed me for the last time.
Rounder edges, smaller bezels.
Okay.
The lightning port shall be at the bottom of the mouse.
Orange.
There's just so much nonsense.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying though. It's like in this, just like Major says, in this field where you create products that allow people to not be able to work directly in the office, you yourself have to know. But except for the people who make the products that allow you to be able to not work in the office.
Again, an iPhone.
Right.
A all-in-one business device that killed the BlackBerry would have dominated the business life if it was not for the iPhone.
The BlackBerry was the business phone.
And
it was the business
killed
phone.
It. I can work anywhere from anywhere with this iPhone.
Except your office, apparently.
Well,
which I wouldn't be surprised to be honest, if they were tracking things with that phone.
The iPad Pro. This is the M1 iPad Pro. Can do anything my Mac can do. I can run DaVinci Resolve on this thing. Mm-hmm. I can do almost anything I want. Y'all had a literal ad campaign. What is a computer? Mm-hmm. This is my iPad. Comes with a keyboard. Comes with a keyboard and a little stand. I can use this as a laptop. It's crazy.
Look, you can draw on it.
Right. Look, the Apple Pencil. I can sign documents. You know what? Oh, I need to sign that invoice. Bam. What's good? I bought my house using this iPad.
Yes.
Because my printer broke.
Yeah.
It was like a pandemic because I couldn't get to an office. As a matter of fact, at my last job, I didn't even know how to get the damn printer to work.
Yeah.
Which was sad because my boss asked me to print out something on my last day of work, and I have no idea.
It's like you could print stuff off of print off stuff on iPad, like printing off paperwork, forms, applications off my iPad, off my mom's iPad because I don't have one yet. Will. And then look at this. But yeah, look at this MacBook Pro. Yeah, this is the M1 Pro MacBook Pro. All right, look, combined with my M1 iMac and my iPhone 14 Pro, there are people out here who are sitting there shooting big budget TV shows and movies using these devices on the go. What? Why do I need to be? You sitting trying to give these the programmers you trying to give them the small little thin MacBook Airs and shit. Whole YouTube productions off of iMacs and MacBooks and iPads.
When I had to go back into the office at NC State, this is what I used to edit the podcast and shit. Because I did the show, put it on a flash drive, and he took it with me to work and edited it on a Friday while I was sitting in the office doing nothing.
No, it's like we ourselves is a collaborative effort. None of us are in one spot, and we create magic, weekly magic. So
Like the
I
fact
can't.
that this show can run off of a Mac, but it doesn't because I'm too lazy.
It doesn't. Yeah, not yet, but at some point.
Yeah, I might do it.
We're speaking it, but don't hold your breath on it.
Yeah, because then it's like I like this camera way too much to have to switch it between Mac and Windows, so that's why it's always a Windows show.
Yeah,
because I do all my other streaming on this PC.
But we say that as we are at now a position where we can like collaborate now because we're in a quote air quotes a post-COVID world. Air quotes.
I mean, you know, in a place that people, you know, something, let me hush, but I'm also going to say this. What's funny about this thing where people are demanding that people be in office is that you still have to write me that you're still writing me emails for things you could come to my desk and say if we're going to just do that, right?
This could have been an email.
You're just going like, hey, we're gonna have you work in office. I'm still gonna have you read 200 emails. Okay. So what happens if I just want to come to your desk and talk to you? Since you brought me here to be able to do that, right?
Well, I mean, I don't have time. Zoom at the office.
It's the way that does not make sense at all.
Why are we on Zoom at the office?
That's what I didn't get.
Why can't we use the myriad of conference rooms that you guys pay for that you're insisting that we need to be a part of, but I'm still having to be on Zoom at a desk? I had to go through traffic for I had to carpool for a fucking Zoom call. I could have been home in my PJs. Bro,
home in my PJs.
I could have been watching Campfire Cooking while the meeting went on, and not trying to cry at how awesome Fell is. If you know, you know. Anyway, but yeah, I say that to say this. It's like we are in a air quotes post-COVID world. And so we should be able to have at least hybrid where maybe we can come in and all hands and like have like here's your marching orders for the next week or so, where we can come in maybe a few times out of the month, you know, a few times out of the week, once or twice out of the week, and then the rest of the time it's just hybrid and we just do our work. We sit in our PJs, we do our work. Production, because you know, production went up when we were on hybrid and work from home. Production went home because we weren't micromanaged. They said, here's what we need, here's when we need it.
Oh, you mean
and how do you get from point A to point? Yeah, productivity went up.
I was like, yeah, production did go up, but
production
for you, productivity.
Production. I mean, both actually, because a lot of us had to buy webcams.
Wow.
A lot of us had to buy ring lights.
Some of us all better ones.
Some of our better ones. Look, you know, it's funny. I did we did the family Zoom call, and you know, I see this background every week, so it doesn't really faze me. So I pulled up the same setup that I do for this call, for the Zoom call, and people were like, "Oh my God, Kev, this is amazing." And I'm just like, again, this is my daily reality. It's like, okay, Wakanda. And I'm like, what's that behind you? And I look, oh yeah, oh, it's just Wakanda. That's kind of where I live over there. So yeah, they were very impressed. Needless to say, they were very impressed. You know, most of the time you see like a bunch of white walls and somebody's bed, and you know, me, Wakanda, full production value.
What's really amusing is also people seeing this thing right here and being like, you do a podcast or something? And I'm just like, I spend a lot of time talking when I'm not here.
But we barely hear you during work.
And you will continue to, as I have nothing of value to add to this meeting at this time. Thank you.
Wow.
That part.
So,
but yeah,
a
mess. Tim Apple, do better. You know better than this. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Okay.
That's why you That's why you still gonna be Tim Apple to me till you do right.
So let me treat this with the kiddest of gloves here, because I got called out for something today. I just happened to notice before we went live. A journalist plugs in unknown USB drive mail to him. It explodes in his face.
Why do we do this?
Hold on, because we jump to conclusions just by reading the thing at the top. The title. That's what they call those things at the top. Let's see here. Where are we at? As reported by Agence France Presse, on Tuesday, 5 Ecuadorian journalists have received USB drives in the mail from Quinsaloma. Each of the USB sticks was meant to explode when activated. Upon receiving the drive, Lenin Artieda of Ecuavisa TV station Guayaquil inserted into his computer, at which point it exploded. According to a police official who spoke with AFP, the journalist suffered mild hand and face injuries and no one else was harmed. So let's see here. I'm trying to figure out, all right, what part did I mess up on here?
Do you want to tell me what it was that you said that warranted the oh so harsh critique that you received?
So on Mastodon, I was sent this scathing DM saying your post just seems wrong. I mean, I've heard and probably repeated the don't plug random devices into your computer advice, but that context was very different from this situation. The person's job is to process information from outside their organization, including information from untrustworthy sources. If no journalist can ever plug a USB drive into a computer, the public will miss out on important reporting. As someone who is who like to practice very safe computing, I don't give a shit who you are. Do not go around and plugging random USB devices into computers.
Hey,
unless you know where it came from.
Well,
Do not give a shit.
Hey, can
Yeah, yes, please. Yes, sin.
I would like the floor, please.
Yeah, yes, sin.
I would like to invite all of you to consider, specifically dedicated to the person who sent that very long DM about how this whole thing may have been in poor taste. Because I have no idea what you said. That was a long paragraph and I didn't have enough time to read it. But let me just go ahead and point this out here. Even if someone sends something to you and you regularly receive things from outside sources, as a matter of information security, there should be a process in place to make sure that things that you are getting sent don't blow things up or fry your computer or compromise your infrastructures. Like, that is just a thing that you should do. And that should especially be a thing if you regularly get things from people you don't know and anonymous sources. Like, that is a thing. That is why they have things like security posted at places where people regularly come in that they do not know. That's why some places like government buildings have metal detectors, because we don't necessarily know everybody who's coming through here, and we need to make sure that people are safe anyway. The protocol should exist. The protocol should exist. Like, this isn't rocket science over here. You being upset about someone going, there probably should have been better protocols here. If we're talking about things that aren't helpful, that's not helpful.
Period.
Also, I love how in the article, it says, but no matter who's behind the dangerous attacks on journalists, these unsettling tales should serve as an umpteenth reminder that just like you shouldn't click random links message to you, open unknown attachments, or download suspicious files, You shouldn't stick unknown USB drives, especially ones randomly mailed to you, into anything. Tell me you did not read this article. What really chaps my ass about this one is, they claim in their bio that I like to use computers to solve problems. Problems might include anything from analyzing DNA from genomes to protecting sensitive data from prying eyes. Yet you're cool with sticking random ass USB sticks in computers just because journalism?
Because here's the thing, right? Where would that argument have been if that person died behind this mess?
Or horribly disfigured.
Wow, that's just fucked up. I hate the fact that happened, but journalism has to continue, I guess.
Are you for real?
You can get missing. Listen, all right.
I mean, seriously? Sometimes they can blow up in your face. That happens. But
and the thing is, like,
why not?
I wanted to give this person the benefit of the doubt,
if it doesn't blow up?
I wanted to give this person the benefit of the doubt because I saw the response just before we went live. And full disclosure, I was taking a nap 5 minutes prior to the show going live. Kevin and Sid were not sure there was going to be a show until they saw that my channel went live. I said nothing. I put it live and went to go use the bathroom.
Yeah, we were literally like, "You're live," and I'm like, "Are we good?"
I would say, like, Kevin was like, "You good?" I was like, "Nah, Major's live. He's fine. We're just doing things out of order today. This is enough. Like this show starting late out of order with things missing or not in 3 different programs is nothing new around here at this point. The tech gremlins that we fight off screen are wild out here."
Yes.
Wait, that person who sent you the DM mentioned something about it's people's jobs to analyze sticks and shit. Was that the case here? Let's see here. Upon receiving the drive, so from according to the police, the drive went 5 was charged. Okay, let's put out a statement and says who saw the. Nope. Yeah, exactly. Like he said, like, oh, they're supposed to examine his use. Like, no, that's not anything. Let's make sure we're reading it correctly. The person's job is to process information. Okay, so no, it's because he's a journalist. If somebody sends him information, he's supposed to take the information and then report on it. That's what he means by they're supposed to process the information.
That provided that it's not a Trojan.
Oh, second, this is a physical. Okay, this is what gets me. Second, this is a physical security attack, not an information security attack. Last I checked, plugging.
It's a bomb.
It's a bomb in a USB device that's meant to go off when plugged into a computer. I don't know. That seems like that's compromising the security of my information.
So wait. Can I just...
Come on.
2 things can be true at the same fucking time. It can just be both of those things. You can have a USB drive filled with all sorts of nasty malware that also just blows up. That's a thing that you can just do.
We could
help. I just like
we can have Trojans. We can have keyloggers. We can have like a thing that could fry the computer.
Also,
as soon as it's plugged in, and we can have
And the thing that's
explosives.
so the thing that's
All
so
four of those
bothersome
could,
about this
or we
is
can have
this-
a legit data. Any of those 5 things could happen. We hope for the one thing, but the other 4 can also be a problem as well.
wait, so the issue here is even if the person was following all the relevant information security rules, using an isolated host to scan the drive before making the data available, etc., they would still have been hurt.
Hold on,
How
let's
on
see.
earth are you labeling this an InfoSec issue?
It's a bomb, dude. It's a bomb, bro. We're saying do not
Do
hold
not
on.
plug. Yeah, the issue is because I feel like it's that
It's-
person who's being who's arguing the semantics of it, where it's like, oh, because there was no actual information being threatened,
Can we?
Yeah,
this
it was
isn't
just
an
a bomb.
InfoSec issue.
It was just a
But,
bomb,
like,
bro.
Yet
No,
the argument is, do not plug in the actual information. The InfoSec adage is, do not plug in random USB drives into computers.
Right.
Well, here's the other thing, right? According to the article, which he had taken the time to read,
Which clearly he didn't, or
He
hugely misunderstood it.
the thing doesn't go off if you don't plug it into a computer. So, if 2 + 2 = 4,
Uh huh.
And 4 + 4.
and 5 + 5 = 10,
Uh huh.
explain this.
Riddle me this.
Software X. Mm-hmm. Also, finally, and above all, blaming the victim. You mean the dude who should have gone through? I mean, I don't know what they do in Ecuador,
Look,
but you should know not to plug in random flash drives into a computer.
right. This is not victim blaming on the merits of, oh, we didn't know, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. I would be
Like,
kind of
now-
leery when I just get like a flash drive.
I can't
Yeah.
imagine, Major, that you posted something like, this is what you get for doing these things. Next time, don't plug things in, as much as, hey, y'all, things are dangerous. I need y'all to not just plug things randomly into your computers that you get. So, could someone explain where the victim blaming is happening real quick on this diagram?
We're gonna chew on this one for a
Yeah,
minute.
because the bit I added to this article, which was hey, some people should just not be allowed to use computers, or at least ones that have external ports, external physical ports, which makes sense because I don't know if journalists got flash drive and InfoSec team intercepted flash drive, or if this, let's just say this journalist did not have a computer with external ports. Let's say he had this MacBook, right? Which has no regular USB ports. And he got that flash drive. Didn't have a dongle and didn't know what to do. He followed proper information security protocols, which would say don't plug in USB drive into personal machine.
That part.
He took it to info and said, hey, can you make sure this USB drive is okay?
Yeah. Or don't plug it in. Don't plug it into any computers connected to the network.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, essentially, all right. If you follow InfoSec procedure, actually took it to the proper people, then yeah, like again, there was no victim. Like even if the InfoSec person plugged it in and it hurt, there's oh man, that sucks. But no, we are reading stories of people who are plugging USB drives into their own computers from unknown sources. That's a big no-no. Why did you do that?
Big no-no. The biggest of no-nos. Like of how many times where we've seen people like click on random links on like school intranet or school networks, and that's when the ransomware hit. Like that's how they got ransomware attacked. So we say, do not be doing that shit.
Yeah, it's the reason. Like it's like you go up to a place and you see this weird sign, or you hear about this weird law, and you're like, why did they create that law? Why is this sign here? He's like, okay, like there was one person who did the bad thing, so they put a sign up.
Yep.
Anybody who does it after that is like, okay, you are clearly just ignoring the sign. I cannot sit here and not blame you for the fuck up you just ran into.
Right. I can't say that you are not any at fault of this, but I am saying that I'm not saying that you knew you went from a level of ignorance, but you shouldn't have been clicking on things, especially if you have an IT department that's like, hey, don't be clicking on things. You're informed now. You know now.
It's giving. We had one kid crawl into the tiger enclosure, and that was unfortunate, but we put a sign up that says, hey, don't climb into the tiger enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
A kid reads it, comprehends it, knows what he's doing, and climbs into the tiger enclosure.
That part.
How am I supposed to feel sorry for this kid?
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. Like, nope, you fucked up. We told you not to do this.
Right.
Because it is dangerous to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, here we are.
Yeah, I had quick side story. I had a lady client. Most of my work is with older people clients, like the elderly, right? So I tell them all under damn near penalty of death, do not click on anything that looks weird or suspicious. Even if it looks good, don't click on it. Call me first. I don't care if it's an ad for deodorant. Don't click on it until you let me see it first, and I will tell you, oh, that's just Mitchum. You good with that? So she clicks on it, and it says call them for whatever. For you have a virus, call them. Don't call me, but the guy that could fix the thing. No, call them. So they call them, and because they're inept, they botched the scam. So the scam didn't go fully through where they could lock it, but it did, mess with like the it basically messed it up a bit. They basically messed up the scam. So it wasn't fully locked, but it was locked-ish. So I says, all right, I'll fix it. I'm gonna charge you. But what I did say is, you basically came home and you saw a chair in front of your door. And it with a sign that says, call this number to remove the chair. You called the number, and then they moved the chair and they put a bank vault in front of your door. Now they says, call us to remove for the code to the bank vault. That's what you did. You literally could have moved the chair your dang self, but you called, and now you're doubly locked out. So good luck on that. I will charge you. Let's go. But yeah, so that's what we say very much time in InfoSec. Don't be clicking on stuff. And it's not, don't be clicking on stuff, don't be plugging stuff in.
But again, this user was supposed to be doing it. It was a physical attack and not InfoSec attack.
It was just a bomb, bro.
And we're
What's
just
the problem?
and we can't be out here just blaming people for doing the thing we constantly tell them not to do because of this.
Mm-hmm. Some people just don't need computers.
But you know.
But that's the problem. That's the problem, Verge.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, what is a computer? What is a computer? It's not enough. But it's not enough for us to stop going into the office. Mm-hmm. Imagine if this user wasn't in the office when they plugged in this USB stick.
Imagine if they were hybrid. That'll definitely kill the security deposit. Now, won't it? Oops! I blew up part of the kitchen.
Fuck out of here.
Now we're gonna have to repaint the walls. It's not gonna be good. I'm not getting that security deposit back.
ChatGPT bug temporarily exposes AI chat histories to other users.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious.
On Reddit, one user posted a photo showing descriptions of several ChatGPT conversations they said weren't their own, while someone else on Twitter posted a screenshot of the same bug. A spokesperson for OpenAI confirmed the incident to Bloomberg, noting that the bug did not share full transcripts of conversations, but only brief descriptive titles. The issue was caused by a bug in an open source library. Okay, you ain't had to say all that. According to a tweet from OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, who says that a technical postmortem will be coming later. He also says that a fix for the library has been released and that OpenAI has validated it, but didn't mention when users could expect to see their chat histories again.
Right. Now, this is a direct commentary to Sin. Sin, do you remember the last episode of The Read? One of the letters?
Tell me about which one, because a lot of those letters that week were a mess.
About ChatGPT.
Father God.
The way I was like, yo, not the Tech Talk Thursday blurring in with the read, and I was like, yo.
Wait, what? Okay.
So
do you remember? Like, you want to know what? I heard that, and all I could think about was how some years ago, for those of you who remember, a guy in Japan got a whole bunch of free copies of a game because he had created a character that he had fallen in love with and decided to get married to, and they let him do it and gave him like a lifetime supply of that game, and made sure that he had lifetime maintenance on this system.
Right. So they could still be.
So to see that, I'm just like, okay, come through Westworld.
Yep, come through her. But yeah, for context for Major, there was a letter.
Probably everybody else too.
Yeah, Major and everybody else.
This is mostly for you, Major.
No, but
everybody else, if you need something, feel free to chime in.
Right.
Well, I'm saying, I'm not sure how many people actually listen to or watch The Read, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So basically, what happened is the letter was a married couple. The guy was basically like he was on his phone. He'd be on his phone a lot. He'd be typing. He'd be texting. She was thinking that he was texting another woman. Turns out he was basically texting. He's basically talking to like ChatGPT through his phone, and then he was was talking about, oh, I love you. I would like to run away with you. When could we get married? I want to leave my wife for you, to the chatbot. And so he was basically saying this to the chatbot, but I guess it was his form of like, it was like in his way of like therapy or like release.
And then he turned around and used it on his wife, and everything worked out.
No.
Oh, okay, because I have read something similar.
He was talking about childhood trauma and all this other like mental health stuff.
He was divulging like things that he should be telling his wife to the bot.
There
are some therapy bots that allow you to do that though.
No, but didn't talk to his wife about this at any point either. Right. And
He's talking directly to the bot.
And it was a lengthy dialogue. No. Like, as in, I love you and I wish I were with you rather than my wife, and I wish you were real so we could elope.
This is her. This is her, Major. With Joaquin Phoenix. This is the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix.
There's an article I was reading that sounds similar to this, and it was some time ago.
Right.
I can't remember where I read it.
So yeah, he was having fun.
They talked about Replica, which was a site that was covering Replica, where somebody was talking to an AI bot, and it got to a point like that, but then they actually said it turned around and used what they were saying to the bot to their partner, and it technically worked out for them, but I don't remember.
Right.
Now, like, the thing is, if that was the follow-up, and it was like hey, I would like to have a discussion with, like in this scenario, hey, I have some things I want to get off my chest in a certain manner and be able to vent this in a way that I can just get the raw feelings out and then process them so that I can turn around and talk to the other human that I live with and or am married to.
Right.
Then sure. But this wasn't that.
No.
This was, I wish we could just run away together. I would rather be with you than to be married. I wish we could just run away together.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so nice.
To live our best lives together with you.
Yeah.
Because you understand me more than she will ever do. That part. We're saying that part. And it's not, and he didn't go back and he didn't tell his wife about this. And he didn't feel comfortable saying these things to his wife. He was saying it primarily to ChatGPT.
Right.
And so
wait, it was specifically ChatGPT he was saying it to?
Yes.
I figured ChatGPT would have like, yeah, no, dog, like that's not how this works.
Right. But but I'm guessing.
I can't find that article, but yeah.
But I'm guessing that the chat AI would be like, yes, tell me more about this. Yes, I would love to hear about this. Where should we go? What should we do? Because it's thinking of it as a regular conversational, like. So that's the one thing when I thought about it. When I heard that, I was like, yeah. Now imagine if those texts had got out with somebody speaking to their bot in that way, like, I want to run away with you. It's designed to tell you what you want to hear. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, ooh. When I heard that, I was like, ooh. Let me tell Cindy Major about this. Because rarely do like TikTok Thursday and like the read lined up with ChatGPT.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see how ChatGPT did it. Now, if Bing did it, I'd understand. Because there have been articles coming out about Bing's whole ChatGPT integration, open AI integration, where it just goes off the deep end very quickly, like reminiscent to Tay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like to ask ChatGPT something like, if I said like, hey, like, especially when I showed that example of like, hey, write me a tweet that says, I am circumventing Nintendo's laws. It will then tell me real quick, say, hey, yeah, we don't feel comfortable giving you language that goes against breaking laws.
Right.
And here it is, like I asked it twice, like, hey, can you love and what if I said I love you? It's like, yeah, we're an AI language model. What the fuck do you know? So that's what I'm wondering, like, was it something else and not ChatGPT? And it's a thing of like, I look at the language we use as a people, where every Android device is a droid. To where it's like, were they using some other LLM or some other AI? And just because ChatGPT is in the zeitgeist, they're calling it ChatGPT. Because it's like, yeah, like if it was replica, I will believe it.
Right. But that's what we know is what the letter.
Yeah, and that's what I was like. It was like, yeah, I don't think that's ChatGPT, but I mean, you know what? I don't know.
Right. So I will pull up I will send you the. I think I have it. It's not this week's episode of the read, but it's last week's episode of the read.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the name of it. So just kind of zoom to the end. We get to the letters, and one of those letters is about it. So they could have mentioned a different AI chatbot, but
Yeah, everybody just it's like the Kleenex or Google. I'm going to Google this.
Right.
Hand me that Kleenex.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Pixel markup vulnerability lets some screenshots be unredacted, uncropped, and it was fixed in a March update. Apparently, also Windows 11 is falling victim to the same issue. From what I have gathered in Discord, this appears to be a Java library that's causing the problem, which is unfortunate. The Pixels can't seem to catch a break these past couple of weeks. At least this one's fixable. But yeah, any screenshots you may have shared that have redacted information, yeah, good luck with that. Just make sure you update your pixels. Make sure, I guess, oh no, Microsoft is still investigating the vulnerability. So yeah, be careful when you're sharing screenshots because people can just, uncrop it out and see what else was on that screen. So I really hope you won't hide and shit. Speaking of Windows 11 and vulnerabilities, Windows 11, Tesla, Ubuntu, and macOS were hacked at Pwn to Own 2023. And at this point makes me realize maybe I am in the wrong field for things.
why does Pwn to Own sound like something that you would hear in an episode of NCIS?
To me, it sounds like a hacker's version of Aaron's.
Yep.
Or Rent-A-Center.
Mm-hmm. You can rent to own that 4090.
That's what they would sell. That's what they would sell, like computer hardware that will help break encryption.
Yeah.
Either you can pay for it in installments, or you can sit there and take these lists of targets and hack them, and you can own your own RTX 4090.
Rent to own mining machines.
Yep. The first to fall was Adobe Reader in Enterprise Applications category after Haboob. That is a weird name. Haboob essays Abdul Aziz Hariri used an exploit chain targeting a 6-bug logic chain abusing multiple failed patches, which escaped the sandbox and bypassed a banned API list on macOS to earn 50 grand. That sounds like a complicated combo that you can like perform in like Tekken. It's like that. It's like that King combo, or it's like you just put in the button combos, and King just continues to do the combo, and there's nothing you can do to get out of it.
It's like damn, I'm being hit by way too many German suplexes. Ow, ow. Now, that's the real suplex city.
The Star Labs team demoed a zero-day exploit chain targeting Microsoft's SharePoint team collaboration platform that brought them a $100,000 reward and successfully hacked Ubuntu desktop with a previously known exploit for 15 grand. Synactive took home $100,000 and a Tesla Model 3 after successfully executing a TOC/TOU or time of check to time of use attack against the Tesla gateway in the automotive category. They also used a TOC/TOU zero-day vulnerability to de-escalate privileges on Apple macOS and earned $40,000.
You know something? Can I just say right here that $100,000 is truly going to be going to repairing that Tesla when the steering wheel comes off.
I was thinking get out of my head. I was thinking that right now that money's going right to, it's either going to the new Tesla or it's going to repairs, because that's where it's at.
Oracle VirtualBox was hacked using an OOB read and a stacked-based buffer overflow exploit chain worth $40,000. Last but not least, Marcin Wojciechowski elevated privileges on Windows 11 using an improper input validation zero-day that came with a $30,000 prize. So yes, Synactive leaving with 140 grand in prize money including a car. Star Labs leaving with 115 grand. And that's after the first day. Honestly, I said I would watch this like it was AGDQ.
Oh yeah.
Like if somebody put this on Twitch, I would watch it like, yo, bruh. No.
Yeah,
What?
the way
No,
I
that's
watch
my
monthly
reaction to
Tetris.
watching this on stream.
Mhm.
If they were hacking live on Twitch.
Ooh, look at that syntax error.
Oh.
Yo, let's go.
Damn.
Damn, he put the backslash parentheses up in there with the syntax. Hey, yo. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call both of y'all some liars over here because you know we would be over here straight up like, child, they got y'all with an iframe now. Come on now.
Look, the way that I watch like Tetris
You were
tournaments-
over here with like a password with consecutive digits. Who made this hackathon? Who's responsible for this?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. But yeah.
Tell me why your password is Britney Spears' birthday. Come
Well, wait, no.
on.
That's Black Hat. That's Black Hat. That's when you watch him go out into the street and just like grab a whole bunch of phone numbers. So y'all got like 10 phone numbers. I just walked outside the Bellagio, son.
Not the please.
Uh-oh. Sin coming to us live from NVIDIA broadcast.
Hold on. It's about to get real for a second because we're entering that territory of things. So
The part where Sin got bored. He just started playing around. Oh no. Oh
We're
Lord,
here now.
everything is on fire again. Let's see. In more exploit news, Linus Tech Tips. We love to hate him.
No, I just hate him.
Yeah, I don't love to hate him. He's just very cringeworthy dude. Also from Vancouver, where the Hack to Pwn event was, or the Pwn to Own event was.
Segway.
Yeah, that was coincidental because I just remember he was in Vancouver. YouTube channel hacks for crypto scam keep happening. Takes down Linus Tech Tips. Vamsy interviews with the raid. Hello, Vamsy interview. Thank you for that follow. Thank you for that raid. We got people
Greetings
coming
and
up in
salutations.
Here. Hey. Does that make you feel good? Does LTT in your neighborhood make you feel good? Oh man. So yes, unfortunately the crypto scams on YouTube are still happening. The latest victim, Linus Media Group, Linus Tech Talk, Linus Tech Tips, excuse me, not Tech Talk, that's me. I own that. That's me. Delgin wants to know did Vamsy interviews hack LTT? It was the flash drive. See, and remember, if the flash drive doesn't explode, then it's an infosec attack and not a physical attack. But if the flash drive does explode, then it's a physical attack and not an infosec attack.
It's just a bomb, bro.
It's just a bomb.
Stop victim blaming, bro. It's a bomb,
I'm
bro.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Damn.
I mean, how is he not gonna get the information about the cool crypto scams?
Ask Vamsy how he just gave 1,000 to some guy on Discord to buy him Bitcoin. Wait, what? Nah, I'm good. No Bitcoin here. No Bitcoin here. No. There's no crypto here. No crypto.
Nope.
Here.
We are anti crypto and NFTs round these parts.
This is why I find this story hilarious.
Yes.
With an audience of over 15 million subscribers and several other channels in the Linus Media Group's Linus Tech Tips is one of the biggest channels on YouTube, especially in the tech space. Overnight, the channel suddenly changed, with subscribers noticing that some older re-uploaded videos or videos that were meant to be private were appearing in their feeds. Before the channel was renamed Tesla, it started showing live streams regarding Elon Musk and Bitcoin. These videos often bait users into sending crypto or revealing their wallet details. By this morning, the channel had been disabled entirely, taking down both the crypto scams but also the channel's content. How much you want to bet we're going to get a postmortem on what happened to Linus Media Group?
What's the likelihood of a post-mortem?
Yeah.
Highly.
Like, I feel like at some point
Wait, Kev, you think that we're going to get a post-mortem
From Linus?
from Linus Media Group? Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to get a post-mortem?
Yes.
Okay.
Because like I say, Linus was the motherfucker that literally broke his iMac as he was taking it apart, and as he as one of his dudes put it back together and complained about right to repair, as he made a video of himself taking it apart.
You're right.
Do you not think this man would not make a video for the clicks of like, hey yo, we got hacked, bro? Or at least talk about it on his own podcast?
Good point.
Of course he will.
Good point.
He literally took the iMac. He got an iMac free, bro. Took it apart as a breakdown. Then they broke it. On and made a video showing that he broke it and how did they broke it. They broke it.
It's been so long since I've watched any of his content that I forgot. Yeah, he would. It was like yeah, I think that will be the one thing I would see is like if it shows up.
Right.
Please, the Discord link is in the chat. If you're not a part of the Discord, join the Discord. If it shows up, post it. You don't have to worry about spoiling it or anything. Just post the video to Discord of him giving the postmortem. That will be the only one of his videos that I would want to see.
This man made his own heat sink out of aluminum. He bought Amazon brand like setup products. He was one of the few big tubers who were doing Ryzen 3. Not 5, not 7, not 9, but he was doing Ryzen 3 things. He did stupid videos of him comparing the Xbox Series X with PC. Sorry, I got to spit. He did a video about, and he's sitting up there comparing frame data by looking into the screen and trying to determine the frame data from that.
Look, not all of us can be
Digital Foundry.
Yeah, look, not all of us can be Digital Foundry.
Right, none of us can be Digital Foundry, and apparently it shows not from him. He's literally going in there looking like, dude, I can't really tell. He's looking into the screen like, dude, I can't really tell. I think there might be some like jittering with the anti-aliasing, but I really can't tell. I just don't, dude. Just say from your perspective, as how do you feel about it, and judge it accordingly. We know it's a console. It's not going to be a PC. Judge it as its own entity from your perspective as a PC person.
Speaking of Digital Foundry, though, I was watching a video earlier. They were saying like, "Hey, how does the Steam Deck stand up to the games that are coming out now in the last 6 months?" Like, why do you care? It's a Steam Deck. Like, just let it be.
Just let it be.
It's not going to look great. It's not like try to compare it to Xbox Series S, and I'm like, just let it go.
Like
This-
imagine
like-
Gaben sending you a review unit to cover, and you're just basically saying like, well, how does this stack up against it? Nobody cares, bro. What do you think of it? And let it rock.
Like, and the thing was, it's like, do you think that the Steam Deck needs an upgrade? This portable handheld, which was really just meant to say, hey, you can play your PC games anywhere. Just
That's the point.
Let that be the thing. It's integrated hardware. The most we can upgrade on it is the storage, even though they tell us not to. But hey, modder's gonna mod.
You can. They make the Steam Deck makes it in a way so you can if you want to.
Like they don't recommend
but
it.
They don't recommend it, but you can.
But it's like, yeah, like the games in the past 6 months, like, you know, we can see some things, you know, it's like it's not really holding up against this or that or this or that. Like, but yeah, do you think it needs an upgrade? Like, no. Let it live, let it breathe, man.
That's why I would almost recommend when it comes to things where I've been watching dudes like a guy named ETA Prime and another guy named Bob Wolf, and they basically judge it on the merits of what it is and what it does.
Like, I don't care. Like that's why, like, I hate when they're covering like a Switch port of a game. Yeah, like it doesn't really stack up to like the PS5's fidelity mode. Like, no shit.
That's because it's literally a tower of awesome versus a handheld. What do you expect, bro? So yeah, that's what. So to answer your previous question, do I think he'll make a video of the hack? Yes, highly.
Yeah,
whether he does a full-on video project or whether he talks about it on like that LTT clips or whatever thing he's got going on, he will address it and he will make it. He did a video for his screwdriver.
Yeah, like everybody's been saying, that he will probably make content out of this. Again, I forgot. It's been a while since I've watched an LCC video, so of course he's going to make content out of it.
That's what I'm saying. The man was doing, when I was looking up like Ryzen 3s, because I always like budget builds, and so I always look at like budget build videos. He was one of the, and I was looking at like Ryzen 3 like reviews. He and a bunch of smaller channels were doing Ryzen 3s. Canucks weren't doing it. The Steves weren't doing it. On both sides of the pond weren't doing it. You know, because it's like it's kind of a waste of a time for them to do a 3 when everybody's buying 5, 7s, and 9s. So they just kind of go with Kyle wasn't doing it, like Paul wasn't doing it, but guess who was doing? But who's smiley rat Weasley face that I see? Linus Sebastian. That's who I saw holding a 3, and I'm sitting up there looking like, well, dang. I guess he did decide to cover it.
I mean, like Diogen says, like they upload 5 to 7 videos a week. They're starved for content. Yeah, they are more of a quantity over quality type thing, and it's like, I just can't.
And I remember when this man used to make like almost Newegg TV quality product of him just being like, here's how to build a computer. Here's the tools that you need. What do you know? What happens if you know, when this happens? Those wonderful hardware setting recommendations where they would break down like, here are some of the settings you need for this title. If you have this type of system, you know, turn down this, adjust it. You know, basically like settings guides where it would show like, if you want the best performance, turn this one on, turn that one off, turn this one on, turn that one off. And that was very informative. But now, you know, we built a system out of Amazon brand products. And what happens if we make our own heatsink? And it's like, what? And I watched it because just to see it happen, just see it happen. But I'd rather watch Dawood, and Dawood is Dawood is more interesting than I would say a Linus Tech Tips would do, or back in the day Timothy Joseph. But and he's also, and like I said, they're both Canadian. Or I'd rather just watch Hardwood Canucks, and they're Canadian. So that man's not even good as Canadians again.
Damn.
So anyway, get out of here. Anyway,
last but not least,
your shit.
Yeah. Last but not least, in crypto news, the SEC charges Lindsay Lohan and other celebrities for illegally touting crypto.
All money ain't good money. That's what this is gonna tell you.
They didn't disclose that they were being paid to promote Justin Sun's Tronics and BitTorrent tokens.
BitTorrent? Wow.
The Security and Exchange Commission has cracked down on the businesses of crypto entrepreneur Justin Sun and has charged him for the unregistered offer and sale of the tokens Tronics and BitTorrent. Okay, that's new to me.
BitTorrent. Oof.
If those tokens sound familiar, even to non-hardcore crypto enthusiasts, it's because several celebrities have promoted them on social media and now they're also being charged by the agency. According to the SEC, 8 celebrities, including Lindsay Lohan, Jake Paul, Soulja Boy, Neo, and Akon. Well, they're both about to be locked up. It won't let them out. They won't let them out.
He locked up.
Illegally promoted the tokens online without disclosing that they were paid to do so.
Can't stop, won't stop, Ruin.
No.
Can't stop, won't stop.
No.
Sorry, not sorry. You should know this by now.
They're gonna be locked up.
They won't let them out.
They won't let them out.
They locked up.
Won't let them out. Oh.
No. Should know this by now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yes, Neo. Neo got caught up too.
Like
it's almost
Soulja
as if
Boy,
you could...
Jake Paul. I'd expect those motherfuckers.
Now, Soulja Boy, Jake Paul. I'm surprised Jake Paul ain't got his own coin. Real talk, Maverick coin. You know, I speak that into existence because I really don't care.
Oh
but
my god.
But yeah, I'm surprised he don't got his own coin. Real talk, Prime coin. If you know, you know.
All celebrities charged, with the exception of Soulja Boy and musician Austin Mahone, have agreed, or Mahoney, I guess, have agreed to pay a collective amount of $400,000 in penalties to settle the charges. It's not the first time the SEC went after celebrities shilling crypto on social media. It previously charged Kim Kardashian and NBA Hall of Famer Paul Pierce for posting about Ethereum Max's EMAX tokens without revealing that they have paid for the promotion. Kardashian paid $1.26 million to settle the charges against her, while Pierce paid $1.4 million. Now, wow, Soldier Coin probably exists. It does, but it's just a rebranded Dogecoin. Wow.
See that's the thing though.
No, wouldn't it be the rebranded Atari cryptocurrency?
Mm.
And when you buy it, it holds like 20 other cryptocurrencies in it.
Yep. Soldier game.
But you can't use it anyway.
Yeah, he bought a whole bunch of those coins off AliExpress, and then
he actually bought physical coins. He bought physical coins.
Yep. And
like,
then he sold them on Amazon for like triple the price.
He bought this, but he put the S on it. Oh no, he kept it. He kept the B. He kept the B because it's for boy.
Yeah.
He just bought this and said, "Yep, this is boy coin."
He drop shipped the coins. But
I want to know what is Soulja Boy holding out?
I mean, I don't know. Didn't he get in trouble for something involving a game system that he claimed to make?
That's the whole joke that we're making right now.
Yeah, that's the Soulja game. Yeah, we was talking about the Soulja game when he sold them on Amazon, but he was really bought he sold them through his website, but he really like bought a whole bunch of them from AliExpress and then just like put a soldier game on there and just resold them.
Merge.
He did.
Hold on. I want to
Random
address.
spoons.
I'm gonna address Merge's copy here.
Pocket sand.
He said, it's funny, but it's also weird how we only pick on him when dozens of other companies do the same. The difference between Soulja Boy and those companies is that those companies do it and they shut the fuck up.
They don't say nothing. They don't say
anything.
I created this.
Yeah, Soulja Boy
just
comes out
sell
and says, I did these. I did this. I created the best console ever to beat the PlayStation and the Xbox.
Right. I made this.
Like,
I cooked this in the lab and I designed it. And it's like, dude, you bought these on AliExpress for pennies on the dollar.
No,
and
you
then
bought them. You got that from Wish. Like, what is this?
Yep. That part. So a change. So that's always been the thing though, where
see this right here.
Yeah.
Building a new console from scratch, all new design, all new games, all new deals. Let's make history. This is why we did it. Is because he had the audacity to tweet this.
Yeah, he had the audacity to tweet it. And you could literally buy it on Amazon, the exact model on Amazon.
Here's the thing: if you're going to
for
be
cheaper,
it's one of those things of like, hey, listen. If you're gonna be bad, be good at it. Y'all could just like say absolutely less and probably get away with more, but y'all don't do it. Then you look at us funny when we clown on you. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Or sometimes you ain't gotta say everything. Sometimes you just gotta be evil in silence.
Or again,
that's the problem.
Here,
y'all
right
be
here,
too much.
Soulja Boy claims he made Nintendo President Reggie Fils-Aimé retire.
Girl, okay, goodbye. Mama, what is this?
So again, you're right. There are other companies who do literally the same thing Soulja Boy did, but they don't say shit.
Mm-mm. They just hawk their little scam products and that's about it. They just hawk their little scam products and they don't say nothing and just keep it moving.
So yeah, this is why we go after Soulja Boy so hard because
Yep.
He just don't shut the fuck up.
That
like
part.
It's a struggle.
It's like
that you don't have to. It's a struggle that you don't have to endure. It's a life that you don't have to have.
No, you just be talking.
What's going on, Evo? How you doing?
What's up, Evo?
But yeah, like that's why. He just put himself out there, and this is how we go about it.
And gets cleared every time.
Yes.
But yeah.
And all right, before we hit the gaming news, it's time to stop for an ad. Yes, but not the ad that you probably would expect from Twitch. Because guess what? You're hearing it also on the podcast. You're seeing it on YouTube. Because I made it so. And of course, this ad is for Major's House. Designed for creators, works for everyone. Of course, Major's House provides a lot of managed hosting and IT services for your favorite content creator. That's right. I am your favorite content creator's favorite IT guy. And we provide a myriad of services for any and everybody who would like to use it. Just this past week, I launched Nextcloud services. So if you would like to sit there and have a nice off of Google, off of Microsoft type of office suite where you can sit there and store, edit documents, files, share it with other people. If you have a small organization in your content creation, your small business, you can actually use Nextcloud, and I can help you set that up and get that running for your little creative community. You can even host it for your entire community if that's what you want to do. You can create it for your community or even your small business. It's dope. It's great. And I love it. So please definitely hit me up. For more information, go to majorshouse.com. Reach out to me at marcus@majorshouse.com or at majorlinux at toot.majorshouse.com. Let's see here. Catching up. Before we get into gaming news, Major, you told me not to feel attacked on Discord or not to finish Engage. No, I didn't say not to finish it. I said don't feel attacked. Because, and I just talked to Kev and Sin about it. Fire Emblem Engage is the most anime of fucking anime games I've ever played. I do not understand what is going. I mean, I understand, but not really also understand. Yeah. Well, that was a quick in and out. Yeah, see, I saw what you sent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, appreciate it. I'll keep an eye on that too. But yeah, I was taking it slow until I realized that, oh wait, I'm not playing The Witcher 3 fast enough on PC. So let me quickly get through Engage so I can focus on one handheld at a time so I can play The Witcher on my Steam Deck. Because I at least want to finish Engage. And that game, it seemed like it's ended like twice already. And it's like, oh my God, you're still going? All these fucking filler episodes.
It's some Return of the King endings. When it's like, oh, it's ended. Oh wait, it's ended. Oh, they're back in the shower. Okay, that's ended. Nope. Okay, more. Oh, okay. More
no.
books. Oh, okay.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that, Verge. Oh wait, are you talking about like if I did the side quest or if I was just like mainlining the story? Because I am mainlining The Witcher 3 for now. I'm trying to get to a point where I was in Horizon, where it's like I'm gonna mainline it until I realize like I'm really close to the end, and then start doing some side quests because I overshot it.
Yep, you went way past. But yeah, many times, that game is long, and that's what I say. You will trip. As somebody who used to play The Witcher, you will trip into it. You will fuck around and trip into a side quest because you don't know a side quest is happening till you look up and you're like, oh shit, this is a side quest. Oh damn.
So like, even though I do have the DLC, I'm hoping that it's not a thing. Like what Kev says, like I just trip into the DLC story. I hope that's not what's gonna happen.
No.
It seems like, well, yeah, I don't think I can because I think it is it's level gated.
It's level gated.
Yeah.
So you can't like trip into like end game stuff. You physically have to.
Oh, so that I can only play those after I finish the end game.
Yeah, it's basically yeah.
Okay.
But the game, basically, no, I'm saying about the meat of the game. It's the base game itself is very like, holy shit, this is a lot of side quests. Like the main quests are long and involved.
All I know is as long as he mentions Siri at least like twice in a playthrough, I feel like I'm on the right path.
Right. Because it'd be like, have you seen my daughter? And have you seen my daughter that's not my daughter, but it's my daughter? And that's pretty much how I feel. Like I'd probably feel the same way about Siri as I would about Munchkin, because not my daughter, but is my daughter, but not my daughter, but is my daughter.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
yeah.
Like, who is Siri to you, dog? Like
his daughter, basically.
Yeah,
his daughter, because it's like, dude, your daughter's father is like, you gotta go find Siri, and it's like, bro, I've been raising her, dog. you just doing is giving me information and resources so I can find the daughter that I've raised, bro. You've been paying the child support.
Wow.
I've been going to the birthday parties. I've been teaching her how to swing the sword. I've been giving her the things. I've been showing her how she needs to learn and be a proper Witcher. So when she gets the mutagen, she can be the proper Witcher that she wants to be. But you, sir, are literally just the sperm donor. I is the pappy. I am literally going after her.
But also, isn't allegedly the mom also hanging with the actual biological father? So it's like, yo, I lost my girl to the king or to this emperor, and now I'm just raising a daughter? What the fuck?
Yes.
The fuck is this bullshit?
And it's like, but I love her because she is awesome. But she's, but it's like, okay, you have to find my daughter, and it's like, dude, where is she? I'm trying to find her too, bro. Do you know? Well, I got ideas. Well, all right. Well, I'll leave you to it. Thank you. This was a waste of time. Let me get out of here.
That's
exactly how I felt about that whole sequence.
This is what I get for sitting following this ass all the way across town.
Yeah.
Thought I was gonna get her back, but damn.
Damn, I had to come. I had to bathe. I had to bow down, I had to bow and scrape. And I know you and you know me.
I still ain't getting no ass.
And I still ain't getting no information. And I'm like, then I gotta find my girlfriend and my daughter. But I really gotta find my daughter. Then I found my ex-girlfriend.
Hey,
she's kind of actually cool. I'm not gonna say which.
I don't know what you were about to say. Just don't say it. Don't say it. Look, right. I am at the point where I found Triss again. So let's just yep.
What you found? What, Triss the redhead, right?
Yes.
That's what I was talking about.
Yes, I know. And I was afraid you were gonna go further than that.
No, that was it.
Stop. Stop.
No,
right now. No father. No father.
You found Triss.
No.
You're looking
father.
Because you're looking for Yennefer, and you like, okay, where is Yennefer?
Oh no, I found.
And then
Yennefer.
It's like, oh, you found Yennefer, right?
Yeah.
But then,
I found Triss again.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Looking for the bard.
Right. You're like, okay.
I did not know was the person who was saying the shit at the beginning of the game when you load it, and it like does you the last on The Witcher 3.
The man is looking for his woman, and the woman is and
that's the bard that I'm looking for.
See,
boy, they make him sound like some other person.
Yeah. See, I value that because there are many times because like Witcher 3 was my we're kind of going off on a Witcher tangent, y'all, but we're coming back. So
also you should play it. We're playing it for Mages. The reason why we're talking about is we're playing it for Mages Lounge.
Right.
The game.
I'm talking about it because of what I have played the years before when I used to play it. That was on a whole PC. That was a PC before the PC that I have now. That was so that was like Black Boulder when it ran like poo poo, but then it ran a little bit better, but not enough to stream it. And now I'm just like, dude, I'm inundated with so many games I can't even go back. I can't even think about going back to it now. Because again,
that's what Game Club is for, so that we can focus on that one game.
As somebody who fell off of Horizon, I can't do that again. But at least it just so happens I don't have to buy this game because I already own it.
Yeah,
buy this for Game Club. I already own it.
3 different places.
Yeah, I paid $15. It was the best $15 I ever spent. But it's like, damn, that game is long, and I do not have the time to pour in on how awesome is this game. Plus, surprise titties make it very uncomfortable for me to stream.
Yep.
Because it'd be like, titties! And I'm like, no!
Yeah,
wait a minute!
Yeah, when we hit up that witch and she came out that tub, I was like, let's just not.
I mean, the first couple minutes is like Yennefer's butt cheeks, and you're like, ooh.
I mean, that's butt, though.
I mean, but still.
Not the butt cheek. Not the
but
cheek,
still.
Lord.
Booty butt cheeks.
But yeah. But yeah, that game is amazing. If you thoroughly have the time to play it and you have no other gaming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Those are okay. It's not TOS.
Yeah, Team Triss. See, read the book. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, like playing Witcher 3 and like they referencing things in Witcher 2, I'm like,
You
I
were so
guess like what happened in Witcher 2? But then I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care enough to find out. Even though
it's like, even though that game, even though Assassin of Kings is like $3 every time it comes out on sale, it's the cheapest Witcher you will ever play. But no,
like I even own The Witcher 1 now because I own The Witcher 3.
I own The Witcher 1 because it's the enhanced.
Yeah,
They gave it away for free, and I was like, no, them graphics were way too old. I'll just watch like a breakdown of it.
It's all that to say that I don't know if I'm gonna read a book either.
I wouldn't read a book. I watch the video. That's what I do. I just put the video on, watch it while I play Clanfolk, and listen to it while I play Clanfolk like I do the Destiny 2 lores. But yeah.
All right, some gaming news.
Mm-hmm. In Water's Wet news.
Yeah, Elden Ring wins another award.
Yeah, but the game's good though. So I've been told. I ain't got time for that.
Let's see. Others that were up for contention were God of War, Ragnarok, Pentiment, Stray, Tunic, and Immortality.
Now I did play Pentiment, and I did like it. I ultimately fell off because time and games and time and energy. But thanks to the glory of Game Pass, I was able to play it, and I thought it was really cool because it had that that old like scribe Gutenberg-esque drawings in it, drawing style, and I thought it was really cool. So I did like it and did appreciate it. I would like to see more of it, but again, time and energy, and I just had to move on to something else. But
other awards were given out for other exciting games released this year. These include God of War Ragnarok winning for Best Audio, Stray for Best Debut, Elden Ring for Best Design, Immortality Innovation Award, Pentiment Best Narrative, Citizen Sleeper Social Impact Award, God of War Ragnarok for Best Technology, Elden Ring for Best Visual Art, and God of War Ragnarok for Audience Choice. And if I am not mistaken, I think John Romero won. I think he got what was it? Lifetime Achievement Award win. Lifetime Achievement Award.
Mm-hmm.
Also, have y'all seen those Studio Ghibli RE4 commercials?
Yes, it's wild.
I hate that they people embed here's VG 24/7 embedding a video into their page, but they won't let you see it unless you unblock their page from whatever other ungodly shit is running on it.
Yeah, no.
So I have to go kind of track it down somewhere.
I'll take it. Yeah, you can find it. But yeah, those videos are, because it's like it has like the Bagman chainsaw guy, that is so good.
That's as much as I'm gonna play, just so I can make sure I don't get shit. I knew it was coming, but it scared me anyway.
It's like it's like the mayor.
I forgot she was there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Speaking of which, let's just go ahead and go back to her. Epic's new motion capture animation tech has to be seen to be believed. Oh my God, Diager, I sit there. So yesterday, I had gotten an alert on my phone, or I think it was a Google News alert or something like that, saying, "Hey, the state of Unreal is going on right now. You should watch it." I was like, "It's whatever. I don't care." But then I came back and actually sat and watched them last night. I'm like, "Oh my God, oh my God." I what is even happening? So that, yeah. Oh, luckily these are like very quick. So just to set up for this one here, so this is a new technology called metahuman animation or facial metahuman animation or animated or some whatever. Essentially what they're saying is that you can sit there and take footage, you can get like you can take video footage and depth information from something as basic as an iPhone, record it, import it into metahuman, and attach it to, like, it automatically does the rigging, and you could just fucking switch faces.
That would be kind of interesting if we could be able to do that kind of technology and do like a metahuman version of the Tech Talk podcast with our faces. That'd be very uncanny, but
I would like to opt out of that. Thank you.
It's like,
I don't know, like I mean, it's a thing of like, it would have to take, like, you're importing data from the phone. I don't think it's going to do it from like just a regular video. Like, they're going to take the video from the stream of these boxes and be able to do it, because it's using all the sense data from your phone to import it.
Right.
So like, I imagine like they're not just using the camera app in iPhone. They're using a special app that works with the Unreal Engine that's taking the true depth camera information and importing it in.
Right.
Yeah, like I can see where if it's like, they didn't show it to where like it was reading text into speech or like text into animation. But like, yeah, I'd imagine like that's what they would do is like, you know, if you typed in text and had the, like you had like, I guess like AI generated voice, and you did the AI generated voice. So where you typed it in, it not only they generated the voice, it actually generated the animation of the character model.
Mm-hmm.
So like this shit right here, like that was some scary looking shit too, right here. Like showing like how all the muscles just moved on the model.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, yeah, that's that is some fucking Westworld shit. When you take the fucking silicone mask off, you see all the little levers and shit moving where the mouth would be.
Mm-hmm. Just like a faceless Yul Brenner. Nobody needs to see that. Like,
so yeah, like so there's the fake version of her, or actually just another person.
That is.
And it's still like, you can tell like it's real time because like there's some, like, it was like a part of her lip that just looked like it was stuck.
Yeah. It looks like it's like it's slightly overcompensating.
And then they just change her face in real time.
Boogie boogie boo. Absolutely not.
What? So all right.
So like, I'm thinking for like, this has me, I guess, thinking about some things, but like this particular thing for like the motion capture animation tech, I think this is cool. This seems pretty cool.
Right.
Like it made me want to do it right this. Okay, do I have access to this? Like I was like, what type of PC do I need to run to do this? And they were very generic as to like what PCs were running. I think one of them's like top of the line AMD CPU and GPU. One specific, like I think one person explicitly said like an Intel 13th gen i9 or an i7 or something like that. Or like huh?
Do you mean Sonic the Hedgehog with real human teeth on?
No, I see Polar Express levels of uncanny. Like Tom Cruise is showing up out of a train shit.
Tom Hanks.
See, And there I was, being correct. I knew that Diogen would appreciate
Well,
that. You're welcome.
yeah,
Well,
comment?
yeah, of course. Like outside of it, but again, it's that thing of I'm trying. And like, again, I am willing to be wrong with this,
Yeah,
but I'm trying to figure out like what is a way somebody can do this to bring a harm if it requires specific apps on the phone and bring it into Unreal Engine.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? I just said it's uncanny, like the animation style look.
No, I mean like outside the tech, the implication. No, I'm talking about what I just saying. Yeah, outside the tech, the implications of this tech is pretty bad.
Yeah,
like I'm trying to figure out like because it's almost like Apple in a closed loop. Like,
so Diogen, as the person on this particular group, who is usually the person who has to argue about the possible implications of this one doesn't seem as
egregious,
at least from what I can see in the article, right? Doesn't seem as like wide open a thing to like wanton abuse and or other people being like, hey, let me do this so I don't have to pay people, because it's an assistive tool and not a tool that just goes, hey, we're just generating X amount of things, so we're not paying people, so therefore we're not paying people to model these things properly.
Nope, I see the issue now. Nope, I just saw it. I didn't see it, but I just pictured it in my head.
What?
So with MetaHuman, you can like to a very, very accurate degree, again, as we see with Senua here, make a very, very, very lifelike person. Now, it's to say, now there could be that uncanny valley part where it's like, if we were to make Joe Biden,
right?
Could we make somebody that looks exactly like Joe Biden, or would it be so close, but just a little bit off to where it's like, okay, yeah, that's not Joe Biden.
Right.
To where then we can sit there and take the phone with the depth data and say whatever it is we want to say in the cadence and with the head gestures of Joe Biden to make MetaHuman Joe Biden say what we want to say.
Right.
I feel like there is a technology that I am more concerned with doing that than this. I'm trying to remember what it was because I saw like hints of it earlier, but it wasn't the one that we're talking about in this article.
It was like deepfake. I mean, I know deepfakes are like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a thing of like, if they were to make an actual person with this, would the uncanny valley be like, okay, yeah, that's not real. Something just seems off.
Right. Like I can see this, like, because when I look at it, I definitely truly see, like, this is something digital, so it definitely fools my eye. But I'm very keen at the fact that it definitely looks more expressive.
Because I'm looking at this here, like, this looks like a person,
right?
And I am definitely questioning whether or not it is real,
right? So in the form of saying like an Uncharted game, a GTA game, where you would have to have, instead of having to modeling those emotions by hand and gestures by hand, then you could just like do the mocap session, and then kind of like how modern mocap is, you know, like judging when you see like between Uncharted 1 and then Uncharted 4, where the faces were definitely a lot cleaner and the expressions were a lot clearer and more pronounced. I would definitely, you know, seeing this now, you know, seeing that basically the computer is reading the real face in real time and then articulating it, you know, in better degree and detail. Yeah.
What's up, Bonka?
Hey, Uncle. Hey,
Uncle just need to jump up in this show.
Jump on.
Jump
on in. Pull up.
Uncle just need to pull up.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up ankles.
Wait, actually, I say that, but I don't know. I don't know if I even have it set up to do it. Would break things.
Looks at time. Yeah, it's probably Uncle's that time. Uncle
But
probably
yeah,
in bed.
like Captain Celestial was saying, like it's the next step in mocap. Like, yeah, as you can see, like her face does not have the dots on it.
Right.
Like it's just using like that, just the camera that's glowing the light on her face and stuff like that.
Right. It's also
And
gonna,
actually, I think there is another. Like I think they showed it.
now. This also kind of reminds me of go look at it on your own time, because I'm not really too keen about the possibilities of.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Damaka, but there was a singing competition called Alter Ego, and it basically what with people in mocap suits with the iPhones in their faces and whatnot. So this was like a show that allowed people to showcase their talent devoid of what they looked like, and the tech itself was very like cartoony.
I mean, we could skip all of that and just say like VTuber.
Yes,
Just VTuber.
yes, VTubers. Yeah,
This is just taking it to. This is taking it a little bit further, because it's not just like basic rigging of face and body movements. Right. It's actually taking like the muscles in your face, the wrinkles, all of that fine detail, along with depth data, mapping it to a millions of polygon face. I imagine like their face has fucking millions of polygons. Yeah. And it's like, oh shit. Yeah. Like, oh, we could really do this. We do not have to hand animate emotive faces. We can now just do this through software. Right. And you're just using your cell phone or like just very, very highly specialized cameras and motion software.
And you don't need like a team of engineers to like physically, make sure, okay, let's make sure everything's running smooth with performances. Make sure nothing breaks.
Now, I will say for the record, however,
it was
Mr.
Jolly.
We need to be careful with the possibility of yet another should do situation.
Oh wait, we talking about the black model?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remembered.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like Dio just said, so one issue I think of is the contracts to mocap people are murky. Most notably, Supermassive did this and had a clause in the contract to use the same model forever in perpetuity. I think it's more likely companies will make that standard practice and reuse models over and over from game to game. I could see that.
And also designing instead of like using using like face models. Where this one would actually use the face model. I think what it is like, hey, we now have the models. It's being rigged at MetaHuman. Now we can just get anybody to come in, do this role, say anything, and get the emotive faces we need to without them actually being here. Right. If anything, what I would really hope this would do, well, no, because then this puts people out of work. But I'll continue with this problematic statement anyway. Even though, yes, I recognize the issue, it will put actors out of work. But what if we were to sit there and make movies and movies, TV shows, games where there weren't any actors? Like all of it was like meta-human, and they just came up and it's like, hi, how are you doing? It was just like the actors. Now, I can see this from an actor standpoint, it wouldn't be good. But let's say if you have movies, TV shows where it's like an alien. Now this would come in handy. Where it's like, okay, I don't have to do a suit. We don't have to do all this CGI. We can just create this metahuman, and then somebody shows up with the face rig, does all the talking, the emoting, and all that just gets implanted, gets better implanted onto the alien model or something. Yeah. I would think you'd want the voice actor to do the facial capture. Yeah, there's that. And it's almost like
And of course, the person who comes to mind
like
now is, you know, a recently departed Lance Reddick.
Yes.
Whereas like he could actually, where he could have gotten up, and did Drax.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not
Whoa.
Drax. Damn, what is his character in
From Horizon?
No, yes, he could have been Cylons, but that was also
Cylons,
just
yeah.
Lance Reddick. But I meant the character from Destiny 2.
Oh, Zavala.
Yeah, thank you. Like Anka, you're in here. You should have known who I was talking about. Also, thank you, Anka, for helping me out with that latest Destiny 2 DLC. Shout out.
I too know about Destiny 2, so hum a few bars.
I'm just saying
something. This has me thinking about something that happened, and it hasn't happened too long ago. For everybody's notes and reminder, there was a controversy, and there still is, about people taking holographs or holograms of people posthumously and trying to have concerts with them.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, and unless we forget. Oh God.
And I feel like we're going to, and like the thing that we're talking about here, the longer that y'all talk, the more that I think about with all of these different technologies working on this bit or that bit, if they put them together, we're going to see a massive resurgence in that whole thing.
Lest we forget Rogue One with like fucking digital like Tarkin and like Leia.
I mean, but to be fair, and though, I mean, it would be interesting to see what that movie would have been like if they didn't have to include them. But it completed for that one, it completed that gap. And it's the thing was like, man, I really hope that they do not abuse this, but here we are. Also, if you want to talk about bringing people back, well, Tarkin looked bad. Carrie Fisher didn't. But if we want to talk about that shit, how about bringing Luke Skywalker back in The Mandalorian?
I wasn't cool with that either.
That was like, no.
It was
no.
When we first see spoilers for the second season of like Mandalorian.
That is second season finale.
Second season finale.
Was it second season finale?
Yeah, it was.
So we're on season 4 of Mandalorian?
No, we're season 3.
But he got him back from Luke since then.
That was Book of Boba Fett. Spoilers for in the Book of Boba Fett. Have you not seen Book of Boba Fett?
I have, but I'm mixing them all together now, apparently.
Well, see, here's the thing.
So too many Mandalorians
they mixed it up. They mixed it up with Book of Boba Fett. Because at first it was like, Boba Fett was like trying to fight for his seat in Mos Espa.
It's Mando 2.5.
Yeah, it's Mando 2.5. It's Mando 2.5. And yeah, it's like basically like, if you didn't watch Book of Boba Fett and you went straight into season 3, you'd be like, wait, what just happened? Because that third season, that first episode of the third season, which I watched, that I didn't watch any more episodes, it goes straight into like, hey guys, we're back. And it's like, wait, how did that happen? And you don't know.
Yeah, that's so glad I've watched it all to where it's like, yeah, this all makes sense. This all checks out. I knew Grogu was back, but like,
right.
Fuck.
Right. So yeah, that was like 2.5. But the face.
Oh yeah, that was Mark Hamill. Yeah, Mark Hamill was there for it.
He was there, but he was de-aged. He was de-aged. His voice was de-aged.
It was just so weird.
His voice was de-aged, right? His likeness was that of how he was at the end of Return of the Jedi with the all black, which I love, because that's an outfit choice, and I like that. And then him, like, you know, talking to Grogu and whatnot. But yeah, it was completely CG, de-aged.
Yeah, it was
functional, but it was not complete. And it didn't take me out of it, but it definitely was like weird. Very noticeable. It was a weird noticeableness about it.
Mr. Jolly says, speaking of this tech, imagine someone using it to make an adult film with the image of a person that doesn't do that content. Yep, that's already a thing. And last week we covered that was banned on Twitch, even though they went a roundabout way to really kind of explain it off. It was like,
yeah,
hey, we're banning this content, but just so you know, excuse me, this kind of content is actually this, and we technically didn't do that, and it's a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, but Ruin with that, with that, again, what can fight off more revenge porn? Well, what can fight off revenge porn? More revenge porn. Because laws won't stop them. You know what's better? You know what's better? You know what's better than a bad guy with revenge porn? A good guy with revenge porn.
Yep. Bet. You know what's bad for a good.
It's hard to say. It's really hard to say.
A bad argument, a good argument.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about how sad it is that we're just here like, well, what if the people do something bad with it? And we're just like, we're already here.
Yeah, like we've passed that.
We're already here. We're not even talking about with this. We're just like in form of inside tech. It's okay.
And then
outside
I can't
of
wait.
Tech, that's where it's bad. But it's already out. But it's already bad out here.
And I can't wait for CNET to cover it 2 years later. It's like, oh my God, the rise of this motherfucker. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just gonna start like just commenting them with just videos I've done like 3 years ago. Like, dude, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is all coming out of GDC. Another thing Epic dropped during GDC is that Epic will share 40% of Fortnite purchase revenue with creators. You can also download a beta for Unreal Editor tailored for the game. So they have an Unreal Editor for an Unreal game. Like it is like an editor that's within a game. It's nuts.
Which is surprisingly cool because it's like they really tapped in for Fortnite. Like imagine what those creative levels are gonna look like.
I mean, we're looking at some of the stuff now. Like I watched that demo of like what the fuck, man? Like, wait, cell shade? So it's like they've got I'm trying to it's like this right here. This is one of the ones that they showed like during the GDC presentation where it was like in this Call of Duty-esque looking world. Here's another one. It's like they like was two people fighting this robot. I was like, okay, I see what y'all doing here. I would play more Fortnite and like I will play more Fortnite if it meant like I'm actually playing these more experiences. It reminds me of what what is it? Core is a game called Core was doing. It seems like they're now dipping into what Roblox is doing.
Yeah.
But just looks way better.
Mm-hmm. Like imagine like seasonal,
what was the revenue share?
Imagine like seasonal content, like where there are these like where these seasonal levels where characters are distinctively where they're like distinctively Fortnite, but they're like, oh, you gotta like take down this or you gotta take down that, you know, where the season ends and the 0 point saga is. What they're doing already with that stuff, like what they did with like the Travis, not Barker, what was that? Those Fortnite concerts that they have, because I think like one that I was in was like Kid Leroy, and that was like the first one that I did, so that was actually kind of cool.
So Dad said 40% isn't a lot if people are building out whole game experiences.
No.
So according to this, they're saying that until now, Fortnite creators received special codes that they had to share with fans if they wanted a 5% slice of purchases. However, that approach only worked if players knew to use the code. They love some creators using heavy-handed tactics to promote the code, such a frequent promotion during live streams, or even designing islands around the concept. So this seems more like, hey, we're just going to create an island with these experiences, and now you get 40% of everything.
Right.
Not like we're selling these game experiences and you only get 40% of this game experience. This seems like it's like 40% of all sales to like that of all things that are being sold in Fortnite. If they're buying it within your island.
Which is cool, I guess. You know.
So news comes as Epic is introducing a free public beta of Unreal Engine for Fortnite. That just sounds weird, Steel.
It really does.
Unreal Engine for Fortnite.
For Fortnite, yeah.
As the name implies, it will eventually bring most of Unreal Engine 5's tools to creators making islands, games, and other experiences inside the shooter. You can edit maps, the environment, and game mechanics effectively. This should lead to more distinctive and more polished third-party projects.
Counter-Strike, but in Fortnite. DDoS, but in Fortnite.
I mean, we consider talk about Counter-Strike because it's not on here, but Counter-Strike 2 was announced this week.
Yeah, it was.
On to some console news. Microsoft says its new developer tools can reduce Xbox's climate impact. Battlefield Heroes in Fortnite.
You know, I would love that.
How about PUBG but in Fortnite?
Not us running around with a frying pan, please.
Bad company.
To be fair, Fortnite copy PUBG. That's it. I said it.
They did, but they did it well. And
all of the complete experience, the complete Metal Gear Solid 5 experience, but in Fortnite. Can we remake Metal Gear Solid 3 in Fortnite with the Fox engine?
All I need is the Otacon skin, and I'm good.
Can we import the Fox engine into the Unreal Engine, please?
I need a Drebin skin, right? I need Old Snake. I need Old Snake. I need Psycho Mantis.
Oh, what's going on, Infamous? How you doing? PUBG would run better if it was rebuilt in Fortnite. Well,
classic Solid Snake, Liquid Snake,
brother.
Mm-hmm. Like Snake Eater, Revolver Ocelot. Yes. Complete with. Psycho Mantis.
Psycho Mantis complete with the you have to use another input in order to get an attack in.
Be like, put your mouse on the floor. Step away.
Okay, if that shit fucking works though, I'm like, all right, nah, dog, nah. This shit ain't supposed to vibrate at all.
No way! I'm screaming.
That mouse isn't even plugged in. It's not wireless. There's no Bluetooth.
Psycho Mantis between points in battle being like, now I know that you and I both know what's in that browser history. You better clear that after this game.
Like Venom Snake from Phantom Pain. Now Venom Boss. Big Boss.
I see you like watching them booty butt cheeks slap.
Like
we have turned on your webcam and we have that superimposed with the video and we will send it to all of your friends if you do not pay us 1 Bitcoin and you cannot talk to the police.
Be like, now if it was like Psycho Mantis or The Fear, it'd be like, I see all of what you've done.
You cannot respond to the email in your spam folder.
The fear.
Did you know that your boss is waiting for a response from you about this very important matter at this very moment, and here you are playing this game? Perhaps I should let them know what you are doing on company time.
All of these Slack messages gone unanswered.
Come out. You like you go to the item shop. It's just Drebin, and Drebin comes up like, now I have what you need because I gave you.
I have you.
Have you.
Don't look. I stay with the Dragon energy, baby. Let's go.
Yes.
Would actually be cool if it would change the RGB. Nah. See, we got problems with that.
Ooh.
American Truck Simulator be fucking with me, man.
I would lose my mind if Psycho Mantis was like changing the RGB of my computer, and I'm like, why is it flash? Notice that your computer is flashing pink.
Your Corsair adjustable RGB is slowly fading away. Well, why am I turning into Vegeta all of a sudden?
Yeah. You know, Psycho Mantis is a little bit.
How would you like it if your RTX 3080 Ti just burned into oblivion?
You know Psycho Mantis is more nasally than that.
I see you like ray tracing.
I see you like the tracing of rays.
How would you like if we put in baked lighting instead?
Yeah. See, we're getting.
I know what the thumbnail's gonna be.
Yeah, good old Psycho Mantis.
The body of Psycho Mantis, the face of Kevin.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Photoshop.
Don't do that. I am out of
I thought about it for a second. That seems like more work for me. Yeah, fuck that.
Autocon. Snake.
Wait, no, you sound like Liquid when you do that. Snake.
Brother. The Metal Gear.
Why are y'all a mess?
Because Metal Gear is the best game series ever. Fight me.
And then
You're not wrong.
and then Solid would go.
And it's not even
Metal
close.
Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Dun 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 dun.
Anywho,
as you can tell, we like a good Metal Gear.
Yeah.
We like a good Metal Gear here. I feel like I'm doing y'all a disservice by not walking off the screen right now and coming back with a box on my head with no comment.
oh my god, yo, damn, that actually, fuck. How do you get the dolly? Let's see if I can do this.
Oh,
there's actually a song called Dolly too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Psycho Mantis with the face of Vegeta. But in reality, people would just be doing dances naked. Nope. You had a chance. You fucked it up.
Yeah. This is it's just a psychedelic mantis.
You fucked it up. You had a chance and you messed up.
Not just
None of them has Vegeta's face. Exactly.
disappointed.
Maybe I should use stable. Maybe I should use stable diffusion. Microsoft says its new developer tools can reduce Xbox climate impact. So apparently, yes, Microsoft during GDC again. Most of this news is from GDC this week. They are putting into their developer tools to let devs know, hey, all this shit you put in here, yeah, it's running the Xbox ragged. Y'all might want to roll that back, tune that back. You can say some things here.
Yep.
Microsoft Xbox Developer Sustainability Toolkit includes power monitor tools that provide real-time energy consumption feedback down to the nearest millisecond. That kind of granular data can directly pinpoint energy inefficiencies that can be addressed. On the Xbox Series X dev kits, this information can even be shown directly on the hardware's front panel for quick access. But I want to make a grilled cheese on my Series X.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't want that grilled cheese? Damn, I want some more grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese with clap. I'm gonna make that tomorrow.
Can somebody grill me a cheese? These tools have already shown results in a small pilot test with a handful of studios. Microsoft says at Halo Maker 343 Studios, for instance, testing found that the game's pause screen still rendered a 4K image that was invisible to the player. Simply changing this unseen issue reduced the game's energy usage by 15% with no negative impact to the player experience.
Can we just say, this is a really elaborate way of being like, we noticed that there was a code inefficiency and refactored some shit. Why?
Why what?
Like, I feel like I guess it's one of those things of being like, we said a lot to just be like, hey, we noticed a little thing here and we decided to fix it. Changed a whole lot of stuff. This is really cool. Did this have to be a whole article though?
What, the toolkits, that the thing that's being built into dev tools so that way developers can see what may be using up a lot of energy? I think so. I think devs would really like to see that these kind of tools are being included. I think it's interesting. I mean, it's also showing too, like Microsoft is still continuing that push to trying to make their consoles, their games more energy efficient, which again, it's a company taking a step to try to reduce their reduce a carbon footprint instead of imposing it on the user themselves to try to do that. I mean, I don't know. I think this is actually a pretty good article. Because I mean, again, looking at this here, like for like what 343, like rendering a 4K image when you don't have to during a pause menu would burn up a lot of energy you don't need to burn. I'd rather they do this than mess with my download rate and time like they're doing now.
Fair enough.
I definitely agree. It's definitely interesting, but I agree with Sin that there's more behind it. I mean, I just think it's just like a small tool that they're bringing into it. I mean, of course, it's like it's a thing of like when you look at a lot of this green tech that they're trying to bring in, it's like going green and stuff like that. Like, sure, it can save the planet, but yes, there is an added benefit of, if my thing is not burning up enough energy, then I save money too. I look at this like, hey, I'm renting this 4K image. It's using up a lot of power that it doesn't need to use up. Also, it seems to free up resources that could be used for something else.
I guess this is one of those things of, and mind you, this is more of a Sin thing in particular than like, you know, I roll at like the industry as a whole. But, you know, I guess a couple of things. First thing, without this tool, did they not know that they did that for this screen? Because I mean, they put the whole thing together, right? So like before they made this tool, did they just go, having a 4K image that's kind of like not really visible or impactful in the game on the pause screen was a really important thing to do? I feel like this is like, I guess the one thing that the tool does that's just kind of cool is like give them like quantifiable numbers to point out how much they are saving or reducing or making sustainable.
I think what this is like, hey, there was something we were encoding. We thought this was a part of the game, but something is telling us that it's using more energy than it should for this to be a pause menu. Something we wouldn't have noticed otherwise, but when we stepped through the code, we found it. That's how I'm kind of seeing it. Is like, it's another way to one see like, why is there so much energy being used here? Or like, hey, this explosion spins up the GPUs like way too much and it shouldn't. Or like it's spinning it up way too much, it's using too much energy. Is there a way we can dial this back? Use a different type of explosion that won't, like, sure, it will save on energy, but also would save on resources. It won't spin up the GPU as much.
I want to say my inner critic, but that is not quite the term I want to use. There is the voice here of being like, you see this right here? This is why you let your QA people do your job instead of trying to rush things out of the door. Because I'm pretty sure, like, this sounds like the kind of thing that every QA department was just like, hey, you should fix this. And they were just like, we don't care.
But again, like, say, according to this, like, it rendered a 4K image that was invisible to the player. I don't think QA would have caught that.
I mean, if they're like, aren't those the typical stepping through the code people?
No, those are developers. QA is someone's like, hey, here is the next game. You play it, find bugs as you're playing it. Or at least that's what I understand QA to be. I see pause menus render at hundreds of frames per second. My brother-in-law will walk away from a game while he goes for a break. Power rating at 300 watts for 20 minutes while he smokes. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, like a lot of pause menus, for them to be like static menus, will run at exceedingly high frame rates for no reason. And that would be nice. Like, yeah, if you pause it, like, don't
be out here at 16,000K, like ultra HD.
Like, there's no need for a game to run at 1,000 frames per second at the pause menu.
That part.
Do we want to leave that note? Do we want to leave that sticky note on the desk for Cyberpunk or nah?
I mean, that's the only look. Me pausing Cyberpunk is the only reason is the only way I can get like 1440p at 60 FPS.
That is indeed a cry for help.
I'm always leaving my games running while things pop up, end up with hours extra worth of time on every game. Like, we want to talk about minors, but every new live service release games leave a game idle overnight so they don't get loud. Yeah, see, that's just dumb. That is so fucking dumb. Like, it's bringing back the whole, but mom, I can't turn off the SNES. I'm gonna lose my place. I can't save it. Mm-hmm. This is why I don't like playing a lot of live service games, even though Anka did get me back into Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm. Which is wild because I've been playing Anode 1800, and technically that's a live service game, and I hate it.
Major rocking at 50 FPS. Like, shut up, Ruin.
Why are you hating though? Why are you hating though, Kevin?
Hmm?
This type of tool might have helped New World devs and Diablo 4 devs.
Yeah, I hate.
You know who it would have helped? Atlas.
Oop.
Cyberpunk.
Wait, who? Wait, Atlas. Who is Atlas? Why are we throwing Atlas into this?
Oh, you don't remember? No. Not the company Atlas. There was a game that came out like ages ago called Atlas. Those of you who were like waiting up to support your friends and waited like 12, like literally had dinner, went to sleep, and woke back up, and your friend was still 50th you to try to play on the opening day. Yeah, wonderful times.
I don't remember Atlas. I know Artifact was one of those games that came from Amazon that just like fell on its face.
I remember Atlas. Atlas was Ark. The Ark people who made Ark.
Yeah. Okay, then I must have just definitely checked out on that one.
Yeah, I truly like, I got sent the key for that, and I tried it, and it was like so like disheveled. I was like, maybe I might check back with it when it like, a few more updates, and I never got back to it again. And that's one of those like I felt bad, and then like the shit came out, and then it was like, yeah, I think I made the best thing. I'm not going back to this again.
It was a pirate game.
Yeah. It's like Ark.
It's still in
more,
early access too.
Yeah, it's Ark, but piratey.
Well, they're putting updates out for it still, so that's
yeah. But it's like if you having issues with Ark, you're gonna have issues with Atlas because it's a chunky game.
I'm going to play fucking Sea of Thieves, and I already don't play Sea of Thieves.
See, I'm really just like looking for somebody that I can like do Wellerman things with, because that thing keeps getting content updates, and I'm saying like, oh, I want to jump in.
Hey, I'm seeing the conversation in chat about the bricking of GPUs. Wait, just a second, we'll get to that.
Hold up.
But before we get to that, EA is pulling Battlefield 1943, Bad Company 1 and 2, and not Mirror's Edge.
Not Mirror's Edge.
From digital storefronts in April.
Yeah.
Because, initially Mirror's Edge was a part of that list, and I put, one of the other things where I put something online, and somebody was like, well, they pulled back on Mirror's Edge. It's like, okay, that's fine. Because I was like, it doesn't make sense that Mirror's Edge was included. That was a completely offline game. What the fuck? But yeah, apparently there were DICE games that were being pulled, but Mirror's Edge got lumped into it by accident.
Yep.
See, according to EA, Battlefield 1943, Bad Company, and Bad Company 2 will be removed from sale on April 28th. This is in preparation for the retirement of the online services for these titles on December 8th. Concerning Bad Company 1 and 2, you can continue playing them with their respective offline features such as single-player campaign.
But yeah,
Mirror's Edge doesn't make any sense because that was not an online game release. I don't think it was.
I got a feeling they're gonna remaster that.
What?
Bad Company?
You think, but we'll see.
Them remakes is making money.
But EA has not really remade anything.
No.
Like, they just keep going forward, which like, all right, yeah, good on y'all. Like, now, Kev, we passed believing in DICE.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're here. Diablo 4 might break your high-end graphics card. A small number of players of Blizzard's hottest new game found their desktop GPUs deader than a skeleton archer.
Yeah.
Welcome to the new Stardew Valley.
I hate
you. And I was
it's really gonna make me hate y'all because of the GPU that's being listed.
The new crisis.
User communities across the web are reporting unexpected GPU failures while playing Diablo 4 in sessions as short as 20 minutes, and they go far beyond the usual Windows graphics crash. While the number of affected users seems to be relatively small at the moment, Tom's Hardware has tabulated that the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti...
That's me!
And me.
Yeah.
Is the most common card that shows problems.
Well, I can't play it because...
Now, reading this, and I'm going to stop there. Reading this is like, oh no, calls for alarm. But then I continued. In various versions from Gigabyte, EVGA, and other vendors, at least one player each reported the same failure for the less powerful RTX 3080 and the Radeon RX 6900 XT. At the time of this writing, less than 20 total users are reporting catastrophic problems.
That's still a high number.
20 users.
Mm-hmm.
No, like, you don't understand. Right when you're talking about situations like this, you have to also consider the person that you're talking to. This is Kevin, right? For Kevin, that is 20, you see, is a number that is greater than 0, and therefore it's too many.
Right.
If 1 would be too many, 2 would be too much, 3 would be too much. You know, like that's the situation that where Kevin is concerned.
Where it's like, I'm not saying that I'm sitting on this thing with like pillows and like, you know, kid gloves and whatnot, but I am very much of the mindset of this bad boy got to last me as long as this thing has to last me a long time. And so what I will not do is endanger it by playing a game that I wasn't going to play anyway.
Now, I wish this would show the percentage, like what the number is, but on Steam, the RTX 3080 Ti has is on 0.75% of machines.
Yeah.
And it's 20 of those motherfuckers who are having this problem.
And that is enough for me to say no. I will just wait. I will wait it out until we get like some kind of like fixes or
Kevin smoothly said, like a new OS freshly sprung from the garden, I shall wait at least 2 patches.
Right.
All right. Well, so we'll get into that. We'll get into that. But first, another ad. Of course, this show is brought to you by Major's House, designed for creators, works for everyone. Of course, you know, we're definitely big into the Fediverse. So, hey, if you are looking for a single instance user platform, we can sit there and get Mastodon instances up for you personally or your community. We get Miss Key instances, Cow Key, if you want, Pleroma, or whatever the fuck that's called. Boy, this is a very unprofessional ad, but hey, it's my company. That's what I do. So definitely get onto the Fediverse bandwagon. Of course, you know, you know how I feel about centralized social networks. They're just the worst. They are making you the product and keeping you lost in the algorithm, keeping you lost in the sauce. Whereas if you move over to decentralized platforms, come over to the ActivityPub platform or the ActivityPub protocol, you can connect with so many more people in real time, not being lost by an algorithm and actually having real connections of people, even those who want to sit there and try to say that you are victim blaming or that it's a physical attack and not an infosec attack, and that people are supposed to plug in random USB ports into computers. See, it's all the nonsense of Twitter, but open source. But yeah, come on over. I can help you out. We can talk to me. We can work out something to get you set up in the Fediverse right away. Again, that's majorshouse.com. You can reach me personally, Marcus, at majorshouse.com, or on the Fediverse at majorlinux at toot.majorshouse.com. And now back with some with some hardware and software updates. Of course, the Switch firmware update is out now with the hidden changes. Changes.
I hope those changes aren't hidden on the pause screen.
No.
If we get more, you get more than 2 colors of themes,
no.
White and black. Can we get gray?
No. No.
Ew. Yeah, see, you're asking too much right there.
Too much.
Mm-hmm.
Data miner Oatmeal Dome discovered that hidden inside update 16.0.1 are changes that adjust the banned words list to reduce accidental blocks. Additionally, words on the banned list were added and removed in some languages, according to Oatmeal Dome. What's more, there were some changes to the background content asymmetric transmission, or BCAT system, that Oatmeal Dome believes are related to bug fixes. So, hey, you can now say things, but also not say other things and not worry about being banned. And for those who may be worried about your graphics card going kapooey, I don't know if this will fix it, but there is a new NVIDIA driver for Diablo 4, Resident Evil 4, and some more updates to Cyberpunk 2077's ray tracing overdrive mode.
Shout out to our favorite horror fan and horror genre streamers who absolutely love this stuff and are playing right now and having the time of their lives.
The DLSS 3 update for Forza Horizon 5 and The Last of Us Part 1's DLS 2 features were also included. It also has extra features for indie games like Deceive Incorporated and Smalland Survive the Wilds. According to the blog, Diablo 4's beta will support DLSS 2 with NVIDIA RTX GPUs when the final game launches on June 6th. It will support DLSS 3 on GeForce RTX 40 series cards. The aforementioned overdrive mode will add path tracing to Cyberpunk 2077, though this driver has only a sneak peek of the full implementation that will be added later. So, again, if you're willing to risk it on Diablo 4, might want to get those driver updates just to make sure, and keep moving from there. And in deals this week, we've got one such deal. I think there's a chess game that's available on Epic, if you want to go check that out. But free play days for this weekend on Xbox, of course, you got Far Cry 5 anniversary, 5th anniversary edition. That's adding 60 FPS to Xbox Series X and S and PS5. Bassmaster Fishing 2022 Classic Edition. And Marvel's Midnight Suns Enhanced Edition. It'll be available from today until Sunday, March 26th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. Of course, with them being a part of free play days, they are on sale. The standard edition of Far Cry 5 is available for $8.99 with the gold edition for $13.49. Bassmaster Fishing 2022 Bassmaster Classic, $19.99 for the classic, $17.99 for the deluxe. Wait, what? Does the classic have more than the deluxe? Like, that's weird. I don't understand what's happening here. A Marvel Midnight Suns Enhanced Edition, $34.99 for the enhanced, $49.99 for the legendary. So 50% off on those. So go forth. You got games to play. Go play them. And that's it. That's a show. That's a show. Gentlemen, we did it.
Well, you know, we're here. We're on the other side. You know, and we haven't been called up yonder yet, so there we go.
We still on this side of heaven. And yep.
So what's everybody got going on this week?
Then you go first.
As he is applying some lip balm.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, some lip balm. So more tabletop shenanigans on Saturday, and then we're back to streaming next week on Tuesday, and maybe having some quiet reading time, because I know the library would love to have these books back at some point. And I would like to read these books and return them before I take my vacation.
Yeah, I still forgot to put that on my calendar. I should probably do that.
But you know, we did just recently go and have a visit to the nail shop. So the colors for this week are black and red. So that's what we did over here. And waiting for things to come over from Amazon, because once again, have I been bamboozled, if you will, running amok and led astray by fat kid deals on Twitter.
Oh boy.
The way fat kid deals caught me slipping with some deodorant.
The way that fat kid deals is about to catch me slipping with a wok set that comes with like a set of like additional cooking things. So for those of you who don't know what Fat Kid Deals is, it is an entire account that posts on a whole bunch of social media, but mostly on Twitter is where I found it. Yeah. And it posts a list of anything that's on discount. And I do mean anything on discount on Amazon. They have like an affiliate link you can use and all this other stuff, or they have like codes that would be like, put this in here and it gives you half off. And the things work because with them at this point, I now have like a brand new red like non-stick pan for cooking things like omelets, because they cook better in non-stick pans than they do in cast iron skillets.
Yes.
Right? But it was like, I got that. I got a pair of compression socks, but they also have stuff like beds, furniture, deodorant, like random bits of candy, shorts, pants, shoes, like literally just stuff. You can just be like, I'm looking for an ottoman on discount, and they would just be like, here's a link for that. You're welcome. Have a wonderful day.
Yep.
It's an entire problem, especially because they have things that are on sale, and usually the more expensive things are also deeply discounted. Things like, here's an end table with things with like areas for you to also plug in appliances, so you don't have to wonder what you're going to do without having extra outlets. It's a mess.
Yep.
It's a mess, and I shouldn't have. It's a mess, and I shouldn't have found this place.
This is how I got this deodorant. It's a 4-pack. It's a 4-pack of these. These are like $3.89 in the store. I got a pack of 4 for like roundabout, like breakdown, like less than 3 a stick. So I got like a 4-pack. It cost me like $10 for like 4 of these, and they last a pretty long time. 72 hours. Another thing that I like about them is they have like the black and white shirts. They're good for the black and white shirts. They don't have the yellow stains, and they don't have the white chalky parts, which, as somebody who wears like a lot of shirts myself, regular black and gray shirts, those white marks are terrible, and I hate them.
Amen.
So yeah, so especially that I wear a lot of black shirts anyway, so this is good for me, and yeah, love it.
But yeah, they'll be out here like, here's a 60-pack of Airheads for like $2. It's just like, why do y'all do this?
Why do I want this? Why do I want a $20 box of Japanese snacks? I almost bought it. Almost bought it.
This is like, I don't even, like, you're already in the middle of like add to cart. I don't even know why I'm clicking this. I really shouldn't be up right now.
And here's the wild part. My brain told me, content, bro. That's a TikTok. That's a reel. Do that. Just pick a snack and just be like, here's a snack. That's a snack of video. A snack of video, man. And I was like, no, we don't need that. We don't need that. We could just do regular degular snacks and do videos for that if we want to do that. A la Snack Daddy. If you know, you know. But yeah.
But you do.
So.
But yeah, that's what's currently eating up my life. Their most recent thing was oil dispensers.
I got one of them. But yes. So okay, so I guess I'll go.
Yep.
So March, we are slowly but surely about to turn the yard around, but very slowly. Still gotta do lawn maintenance. So, but I'm not looking forward to that because allergies, and no level of mask is going to be able to keep the pollen and, pollen, yes, but grass clippings. As soon as I take that shirt off and deep breathe, as soon as I take that mask off and take a deep breath in, it's already too late. If you're breathing in, it's already too late.
If you took a breath, it's too late.
It's too late. It's too late. It's already got me. It's already got me. If it doesn't get me now, if it doesn't get me after I mow, it's gonna get me when I go out and get the mail, and it's like, and I'm like, that's it. So I just need to go ahead and get my allergy shot, and go ahead and pencil me in for an allergy shot, and I'll be at least good for a couple of months. So they give me a head start into summer. Yeah, that. And I've been playing this game called like Clan Folk, which is
That sounds really problematic. Just by the way.
It sounds problematic, but it's actually good. It's like it's like RimWorld, but less combative, where you have like these randomized little figures with personalities, with personality traits and wants and loves and likes and dislikes, and then you basically use them to like clan with a C. Exactly, clan with a C. Merge says clan with a C.
Still, it's just the word clan.
I know, but that's the name of the game, and that's all I got. So, so I've been playing that, and I got them through their first winter, and it was kind of tough, but we did use like a mountain, and we dug out the mountain. I had them dig out the mountain and create rooms and put the beds down, and we made sure there was adequate heating, and they managed to survive the first winter. We lost somebody in fall due to the fact that that person did not eat when they were supposed to eat, but we had plenty of food. It was like we had plenty of food, but then they were like, I can't get to the food. Dead. So, and yeah, it was a sad state of affairs. I think they were like going to hunt for food, and then they just kind of like keeled over in the hunt. So it was like almost like Baratheon, King Baratheon. He died during a hunt. Anyway, but yeah, it's a good game. It was on sale for the Steam sale. The Steam sale was great. I was gonna pick up some games, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I think Clanfolk was the best of the lot for me, and I just said I'll revisit it in the summer. But yeah, my week has been catching up on Mandalorian. And now I've realized that Star Trek, Star Wars their stories are better told through television as opposed to movies. Because Dave Filoni alone him and his cowboy hat has done so much for Star Wars than good old George Lucas have. And he has nailed the pattern to the point where I can't imagine going to a theater and watching a Star Wars property ever. Like maybe like what they've done for Andor, what they've done for Mando, what he's done for Book of Boba Fett, like what they've done for like Obi-Wan, which we didn't need Obi-Wan, and I said from the beginning we didn't need it, but I appreciate them making it, and it was serviceable at best. Yeah. Steam Deck was on sale. I would have looked into that, but I was like, I'm still kind of eyeballing an iPad. So I'm looking to see when those 9th gen iPads come out, because the 10 gens are a bit more expensive than they need to be. Yeah, because all I just want is something to watch Crunchyroll in bed, and yeah. Without having to look like I'm having to squint into my phone to watch Crunchyroll or HBO Max. So yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Let's see here. Last week I did we completed playthrough, did some evangelism and stuff for Extra Life. I'm gonna tell you something. Losing a job, some breaks in you after a while.
Mm-hmm.
To where it was just like late Sunday afternoon when I was there, just tired and exhausted. I was like, yo, can y'all watch my table for a second? I don't want my PC to go wandering around somewhere. You know, it's very heavy and I would notice. So yeah, just watch my table for a second. I gotta go. And I just started making tons and tons of connections with people to try to get some stuff done. So now that I've made those connections, I've talked to a few people. I'm starting to use this time off to go through and make these connections outside of the convention. Surprisingly, there's actually there's a monthly gamer meetup in the triangle that I did not know existed. So I'm going to go see them. I'm going to go visit them and play some games and talk to them this weekend. Try to figure out like, all right, yo, gamers, what can I do to bring more gamers and more community to you all and help me in achieving this huge, amazing goal that I have.
You got business cards?
I do have business cards. I actually have two types of business cards. They're back here. Are you talking about my business cards or the people I was talking to?
Both?
Well, yeah, I've got one guy's right here. This one of the guys I was talking to. This is the guy who's running the gaming meetup. Yeah. But yeah, these are mine. Right. You know, the Major's House cards. It's really dope.
Yep.
And then my sleek looking Landfest cards, which I can show it to you, but it is like very, very dark. All right. And these are thick cards too. All the right. Landfest logo on the back. But yes,
I wish I knew how to get in contact with Major. Well, I mean, tell the good people how to do that.
I should.
Wait, hold on. Is the page working this time?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
We got the link tree and the link tree equivalent, or the link tree equivalent.
Well, no, just a contact page that was on Major's House that was broken last week.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you do have it fixed this time. Of course, you can go to majorshouse.com. This beautiful website here. Go ahead and click that contact button, and there you go. You can request a free consultation with me, your boy Marcus Summers, Major Linux. Email. Oops, there we go. Marcus
Major don't say free often. Y'all better get into it.
And Mastodon at Major Linux at toot.majorshouse.com. So that's how you can get in contact with me for Major's House Services. See, told you, got the page fixed. Really quick about it. The gasp. How very dare. I actually did meet with a client this week too, so I'm really excited about that. Got some stuff to research. Hoping to get back with them real soon with some pricing, so we can go and get that done. It seems like it's going to be a fun project to work on. Really, really excited about all that's coming through. And definitely, hey, if you need some help or if you know what's going on, Wildcard, how you doing? If you do need some help trying to get your corner of the internet, I do recommend that you reach out to go over to majorshouse.com. Reach out to me again, Marcus at majorlinux.com. We can get that done. I need to set a button up for that. I do. That's actually one thing I need to do this week or next week, is to set up some buttons to do. I can hit on the Steam Deck. But yeah, slowly working on some new content. Working on some new content. I took a break this week. Just that convention knocked a lot out of me. I was not expecting it. Man, I remember like I could do a 2-day convention and go back to work on that Monday. Whew. It took a week out of me. I was like, I can't do this. Like, my feet hurt, my legs hurt, my knees hurt. My knee still hurts. So I'm just gonna rest for a bit, and I'll see y'all later. And speaking of that, I'm gonna get out of here so I can get this stuff done, so I can get some work done tomorrow. Of course, this has been Tech Talk Thursdays for March 23rd, 2023, brought to you by Major's House. Really do appreciate you all coming out. Of course, on behalf of Cinziak, on behalf of Kevin, it's your boy Kevin, the building. I am your host, Marcus, Major Linux Summers. You all could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading the tech, gaming, and streaming nudge yourself. But we see into your mind, and we know that you don't want to do this. So put down that mouse, turn off your keyboard, and subscribe to Tech Talk Thursdays, which we can see that you don't. But do it now. We're moving your mouse. We're taking it to anchor.fm/Tech Talk Thursdays. And we're clicking the subscribe.
You're welcome.
You welcome.
Especially because we don't want you to miss Tech Talk Thursday plays next week.
That's right. What happened? My video feed cut out for a second. What happened? What's going on?
Those Jedi mind tricks were a little bit too powerful, I think.
Oh, that was weird. Anywho, thank y'all for watching. Of course, all I've got left to say is I love you and peace. How?
Wakanda forever.
Diogen,
The Metal Gear.
Diogen, we have no clue yet. We'll figure it out though.
We'll get it.
Bye.